Hello, welcome back to Saad's Football Corner. Welcome back to another live stream, another show, another video on the channel. Welcome back to episode 2 of Saad and Ash. You know what I mean? Episode 2, we're here, man. We're here. You know what I mean? This is a proper show. We are doing it, man. We do want to try and get to a weekly kind of thing. But right now, I don't think weekly is going to happen yet just because of the Euros. I don't think it's gonna happen. So maybe after the Euros, me and Ash will be able to do it like weekly, where we do a weekly show every Thursday. But yeah, listen, big up, and yes, exactly. You can't believe you're finally meeting your long lost brother Ash. Exactly, man. He's here. You know what I mean? He's also, by the way, he's also Sudani. Yeah,
Yeah, half Sudanese.
he's also from Sudan. Tamam.
Alhamdulillah. We don't say tamam.
Love it.
To be honest.
I love it, man. I actually love it, bro. But listen, big up to everybody who is tuned in. Make sure you're smashing the like button for me. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure to hit that bell notification as well, so you're notified every time we go live, every time we post a video, every time we post on the communities tab. Make sure to get that done for me, people. And we are here to discuss Gyökeres to Arsenal, Olise to Bayern. Who are Chelsea going to sign? We're going to speak about all of that. We're also going to go over the Euros and some other transfer bits here and there. But how are you doing, Ash, man? How are you doing? Long time no speak. You know, we haven't spoken in a while.
Long time. Yeah. I'm good.
It feels
man.
like
I'm
a long
doing
time,
well.
man.
It does feel. I think the last time was 2 weeks ago, no? 2 weeks ago.
You were on one of the Euros watch-alongs. I'm not sure how far.
Oh
away
yeah. I think the England thing.
It was. I think it was England Serbia was the first game.
It was the first game. Yeah, with T as well. Yeah, it's been good, man. Euros have been. I'm not gonna lie, slightly dull. Not as many goals and stuff, but it's been good otherwise, man. It's been good. It's just busy with work and all, but otherwise it's been good.
Bro, we all are, man. Honestly, work is just mad. Anyway,
doesn't end in the summer,
bro. Well, I wish it did. You know what I mean? Like, bro.
Yeah.
I wish I could. I wish I could go back one time, just 1 year. I could go back to when I was a kid. You know, everything ended in the summer, bro. 100%. Everything ended in the summer, and I was done. I didn't have to do nothing but just sit and lay down for 6 weeks, and then just go out and play. I could sit on my ass all day and do fuck all. But instead, bro, summertime come. It's raining here in England at times. Obviously, at the moment it's hot, but it's raining at times, and khalas, you know what I mean?
Wait, you guys? So you guys want it to be hot?
Yes.
No, we're dying for some, bro. It's 40 something degrees over here, and humidity is through the roof. I'm dying for some pain. Can we swap weathers, please?
So hold on a minute, yeah. Listen, if you were like us, where you got sunlight for a week in the year, 1 week of sunlight a year, yeah, then you'd be exactly like us, bro. You'd want the heat, bro. You'd want the sun. You have sun all the time, bro. Sun is there, bro. Sun, even when it's raining, it's sunshine.
Yeah, but crazy. Too much sun, bro. We have like summer, like 7-8 months a year. It's mad, bro. But I hear what you mean, though. Like, it's obviously crazy, grass is always greener at the other side, so I completely get you.
Yeah. But anyway, we are here to talk about transfers, and we're gonna start off with Arsenal, of course, because we're both Arsenal fans. And I wanted to bring out a breaking news story that just broke in the last half an hour to 45 minutes to possibly an hour. Not sure how long ago it broke. But the Mirror, as I just quickly go to my bookmarks, the Mirror have reported. Do you trust the Mirror? Are the Mirror a reliable place for news?
I guess maybe.
That's how you know already it's shaky. Yes. So the Mirror have come out and said Neymar tipped to make summer switch to Arsenal. Mikel Arteta told it's not impossible to get the transfer done for the Brazilian star. What the hell we doing? What are we doing, bro?
That answers your question then. If I trust the Mirror. Oh my god.
Doing,
Oh my god. Oh my god. Look,
Why?
it's not that I don't like. I love Neymar. Neymar for me is one of my favorite players. I think he's extremely underrated in terms of his legacy. I think he's been the third greatest player we have seen in the last 20 years. But bruh, first of all, it's past it. Khalas, he's gone. He's gone to Saudi and he's not even been able to play because of his injury. He's literally plays the first 3, 4 games and he's out. And
Mm.
secondly, anyone thinks Arsenal Football Club are gonna go and break the bank, maybe not necessarily on the transfer, but on the wages that Neymar will be
Wage
out
bill.
when he's living in money. You know when Neymar is done, when he goes to the washroom, right? And he's done taking a shit. Like, and obviously in the Gulf countries, I don't know how it is there, but in the Gulf countries here, in Arab countries, we use something called shataf, right? Like, which is the water hose that you clean your ass with after doing. We don't do this nasty shit of just taking toilet paper and wiping our bumps, yeah. So Neymar, apparently, I heard a rumor that for him, his toilet paper after he's done washing is money. It's dollar bills. He just takes a dollar bill, wipes his thing, and just throws it over there. That's it. It doesn't matter to him, bro. Are you like this? Oh my god, this is the most insane. And the fact that the Mirror is actually reporting something this ludicrous. Like if they said something like, I don't know, oh, there's unrest at Real Madrid, then Vinny Jr. might leave, even though it's you'd laugh, but you wouldn't laugh that much. You'd be like, oh, the racism thing that's going on. Maybe he does want to leave, even though 99% that that's a fake story. But Neymar, are they going to report that Messi's coming to us next? Messi's decided I'm done with this Inter Miami thing. It's not for me. I actually want to go to Arsenal and really win the
I'll
Premier League.
take him,
Challenge for
bro.
the Premier League.
I'll take him.
Bruh, I would
Funny enough,
take him, but
I'll take him in a
come
heartbeat,
on,
bro.
but come on, let's
That's
be honest.
another one. Yeah, no, I fully understand
That's
what you
but
say.
that's an emotional like if we end up making signings like these, which we're not, we're just discussing it for the sake of the content. But
Yeah,
let's be
yeah,
honest, we know it's not gonna happen. If we ever make signings like these, we know that that's just an emotional transfer. You know when United when they got Cristiano Ronaldo, right? When he was supposed to go to Man City, and they were like, "No," Ferdinand was texting him, "How could you do this? You gotta come to United," and all that crap. When they got Sancho and Varane that season, you can tell that was just an emotional transfer. They're like, "Our one of our biggest legends over the last 20 years is gonna go to our rivals who are already top of the world, right? No, 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 we can't let that happen." And even Cristiano made an emotional move. Arsenal are never
Mm.
gonna do that, bro. We're not that club.
Yeah. No, I completely agree, man. And the thing is, I I really don't understand why people would just do this. Like, this is the definition of fake news, by the way. This is the definition of
Yeah,
stuff that should not be believed.
clickbait.
Neymar coming to Arsenal. The funny thing is, this same thing was said last season in the summer transfer window.
Really? Oh,
This
I think
exact
so.
same
Yeah,
thing. This exact
yeah,
same thing. And I remember at that time, because I just started doing content. I just started doing YouTube, and I was covering all the news. So I remember that Neymar was linked. And then I was like, oh, could he be linked? Could he be coming from PSG? Could he try and revive his career here after having terrible injury spells? I was trying to gas it up as much as I could back then, bro.
bro.
But it didn't happen. It didn't materialize. There was nothing. There was just one little post, and that's it. You know what I mean? That went viral. But the thing is, Neymar is never gonna come because the money he's on, and we're never gonna pay him the kind of money that he'd even want to be on, even if he did want to leave and come back to like European football. So
Yeah.
it's just it's a non-starter. Do you know what I mean? So there's no point of even thinking about it, thinking it has any kind of it holds any kind of water, like as if it's something that is believable, something that is possible, that can happen. It's just bullshit. Yeah, and that's the mirror
Hon-
for you guys.
Honestly, bro, if it wasn't for the money, like if I knew, because there's no way, like once someone like him of his legacy goes to that kind of status, he's not gonna. If he ever
Yeah.
leaves Saudi to come back to Europe, I think he'll only do that to come back to the best of the best. And the annoying thing about him, like even though I rate him so highly and I really like him as a footballer, the
Mm.
annoying thing is that he left at a very good time in his career when he was sorry, he left at a wrong time in his career when he was actually doing well. He still had at least 2, 3 years to go, right? I know he used to have these injury problems a lot, and obviously, like that probably
Mm.
has to do a lot with him not taking care of his body the way some others have done. But that last season with PSG, before, if you remember that first half of the season before they went to the World Cup, he was the best player in the world. in terms of goals, assists, chance creation, the way he was dribbling past people. He was performing like peak Neymar. Then went to the World Cup. Obviously, had like Brazil got knocked out to Croatia, and he came back and he got injured. I think a month later
No,
that he came
he
back, and
didn't.
he missed the
No,
rest
no,
of the
no,
season.
wait. Are you wasn't that the? Or was that the?
That's
other World Cup?
100% correct. No, it's the World
Which
Cup. So it was the
which
22,
one was
23
the one
season.
where? Which one was the one? Was it the 2018 then? I think I'm thinking about the 2018 one then. Where's the one
Which
where
one?
he got kicked in the back? And he had to
2014,
go.
Germany. 2014.
2014.
Yeah, that was his first
Oh
World
my
Cup.
god! It feels like
Yeah.
it was just last. It feels like it
Nah,
was so close, bro.
2014 against Colombia.
Oh
Against
my
Colombia.
god, bro! That's how
Zuniga. I think
you
it
know.
was
You just
Zuniga.
yeah, it was. Oh my god, bro! But yeah, listen, I think this one it is where it is, man. It is where it is, man. And yeah, it's just it's unfortunate that we couldn't get a player like this because I would want to bring a player like this, see what he can do in the Premier League, and get him out on the left wing. Let's just have a look. Let's have a look at what he can do. Do you know what I mean? For one season,
I think it
because
would ruin what we currently have. That it would cause it would affect the
his
stability
ego,
and the harmony of the team.
his
Exactly.
ego alone is gonna come in and be like, "I'm hot
Yeah.
shit, bro. I'm the
Yeah.
guy, bro." Do you know what I mean? But
Because think
anyway,
about it, bro. Who do we have in our team that has that kind of ego? No matter how good they have been, nobody. Not
no
Saliba,
one.
not Odegaard, not Saka, not
But,
Rice. Nobody has that
but he
ego
doesn't
over
get
each other.
he doesn't get players like that though. That's the thing.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Arteta
Yeah.
doesn't Arteta doesn't go for that profile. That's why it makes it even less believable that
Yeah.
this transfer
Exactly.
would ever happen. Like, why would Mikel Arteta be trying to look at Neymar, bro? Like, it's weird. But anyway, moving on. Arsenal transfers. Let's have a quick discussion. Let's have a quick talk. You've been missing, my sir. You've been missing while this whole Gyökeres stuff has happened. So I need you to give me your thoughts because you already know. Man was jumping, bro. I was on cloud 9, bro. Now it's gone a bit quiet, but man was on cloud 9, innit? So what's your thoughts on the whole we're looking to make a bid, we're nearly reaching an agreement, like this and that, da. We're nearly reaching an agreement with Sporting. What's your thoughts on it, man?
Yeah, I mean, look, I've said before, I think we need to get a right winger, a midfielder, and a striker. I think these are priorities. Obviously, a centre back to compete or cover at least for Saliba and Gabriel. So it's good that we're addressing one of these positions. As I said last time, while I really want a striker, but I want a midfielder a lot more because I think that midfield position when we played Havertz in the 8 for the first half of the season affected us tremendously, and people won't notice that, and they won't speak about it as much because they'll be like, yeah, but look at they'll always look at the attack, right? But the fact is, when you have a big dysfunction in the midfield that way, it also affects the way you build up. It affects the chances you create. It's not a coincidence that when Jorginho started playing with Rice, and then Odegaard as well ahead of them, we started playing a lot better. So which is why for me the striker thing, I think we definitely need one because I don't think we have a single prolific striker in our team. But it's not a priority over the midfield now. I said this last time to you as well. Like, I haven't watched Gyökeres much, so I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't think he's good or I think he's good enough. Of course, his videos, he definitely passes the video, the compilation test, which for me personally, Sesko didn't. But yeah, look, the only reservation I'll have
in Hooks is one.
Oh my god, yeah. I don't know why he does this. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh my
Yeah, but look, just given the profile of striker he is, I would, even though I haven't watched much of him, I would still prefer him over someone like Xerxes, who I don't think is a proper striker, or someone like Sesko, who's freaking 20 years old, like another project. I'd rather get someone who's proven, and I mean, everyone talks about him quite highly, and the fact that he's done really well with Benfica. My only reservation, bro, and I said this to you last time, and I know you guys have said it might not be the same thing, but my only reservation is we have seen a prolific striker come from Benfica and flop in the Premier League like Darwin Núñez. So I just don't want it to be another. I know you'll say he played in Coventry, he played in the Championship, but again, like I just look at many strikers who played in the Championship and killed it and then couldn't hack it in the Premier League. But it's definitely good.
But you can look at also some that have, like Jamie Vardy. So there's There's other
Yeah, but
ones that
Jamie
have.
Vardy kind of bloomed really late. So like Jamie Vardy's like some of the exception because he's is an exception because I don't think when did he first break out like with Leicester that season? Was it when he was 26, I think, or 27? If I'm not wrong.
25, 26, I think.
No, it was after that, bro, because when he won the league with Leicester, he was already 29, 30. When he won the league in 2016, and we're like, oh my god, look at Vardy, Mahrez, and Conte.
No, he wasn't.
He was
Hold on.
100%. 100%. How old is he now? I'm just checking it up. Because I remember we were linked with him the season after. He was 29 or 30. I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god! You know what? You might be right. He's 37, bro.
There you go. 100%, bro. 37. So and he's born in Jan, so he turned 37 this year. When did he win the league? 2016. So that's 8 years ago, bro. He was 29. There you go. He was turning 30.
All right.
And so that's my point. Like I think he was more of an exception because they were talking about the fact that like the way he bloomed really late, and you know they use the story to like inspire people. Like it's never too late for you to chase and all that, to chase your dream and all that bullshit and stuff. So, yeah, look, I like the fact that Gyökeres is 24, 25. He's obviously not someone that I think is going to need like 2-3 years to you know come into his peak and stuff like that. But I still would prefer a midfielder. My only thing is, how much are we paying for him though? Do you know that? Do you know what the transfer?
So the transfer fee is around £75 million.
Damn, isn't that steep?
75 million pounds, which is equivalent to about 190 million euros. And it's
I feel that's. Weren't they quoting us like 40 million in the beginning, 40 or 50 million?
No. It was 100 mil. It was 100 mil.
I think that was Sesko.
You're talking about Sesko. So it was 100 mil. It was 100 mil release clause, and apparently we're paying 75 million pounds, which is about 90 million euros. And then with the 90 million euros, apparently it's supposed to go up to 120, but that's with like add-ons and stuff like that.
Okay, so here's where I'll have an issue then. If that affects us from buying a top quality midfielder, then I have an issue with that because I wouldn't want to spend 75 million on someone like Gyökeres. I would rather. So let's say we spend 100 million on Isak. I feel that's a better purchase, even though it's 25 million more. Like, so you tell me spend 100 million on Isak or spend 75 million on Gyökeres.
But you're not gonna get. You're not. The thing is, you're not gonna get him for 100 million. Isak is not gonna be sold for 100 million. Isak is going to be sold. Man. Isak is going to be sold for 150, 200 million. So,
bro, they wouldn't sell him for that much. Don't Newcastle have to sell players? Yeah, they ask for that, but they won't get that.
Bro, they're gonna ask for that, and the thing is, they have to sell players, but they've already sold some, and they already can sell the other ones. They're trying to sell Fabian Schär. Do you know what I mean? There's players that they're trying to sell, so. That's all I'm saying. It's just sorry, yeah, it's just one of those things, bro. Like at the moment with the striker market the way it is, that is the kind of thing that they can do. That's the prices that they can demand because they have strikers. So
you wouldn't go for someone like Osimhen for 100 million then over Gyökeres for 75.
I would go for Gyökeres just because he's played in English football before. That's always been my reasoning. Like, bro, the thing is, have you seen his stats at Coventry?
No,
have you seen how many goals? Have you seen how many goals he got for them, bro?
More than Mitrovic did when he broke the record.
Hold on a minute. Let me see. Let me get it for you. Gyökeres. Let's just have a look at his stats. Let's just have a look. Let's have it right.
Let's have it right,
guys. Let's have it right, guys. Let's have it right. So here's what happened. Stats. All seasons. So in his he went first season, not Coventry, sorry. First season in the Championship, and I'm only counting championship goals. Yeah, I'm not gonna focus on the FA Cup, the EFL, and all of that. Yeah.
Hmm.
So first season he got 3 goals. Yeah, underwhelming. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. The next season and by the way, he only played 19 times in that season for Coventry. So he got
Hmm.
3 goals, only played 19 times, only had 754 minutes. So you
Hmm.
could see
A
that
lot
the
of gifts
minutes
on the
weren't,
bench.
yeah, and it was pity minutes he was coming for. 754, not even cracking 1,000 with 19 plays. Like, bro,
Hmm.
that's pity minutes, bro. 1 minute, 2 minute, bro. Then the next season he played 45 games, yeah. 3,601 minutes. He got 17 goals, 5 assists. Yeah. Then the next season, and this is just in the championship alone, the next season, he then bettered that by playing one more game in 46 and he got 21 goals and 10 assists. So you could see already he was improving year by year and getting used to that physicality. The first year, he didn't get played much, he didn't get many minutes. But when he got his minutes, he made sure he made it count, bro. So we can't sit here and say he's just a crap player, bro. Or let's
No,
discount
no,
what he's done
no.
in England
I
just
didn't
because
say
it's
he's a
the
crap
championship.
player,
No, no,
but
but you're
but but
you're trying to make it out like
but
let's
Saad,
discount what he did in
Saad,
the championship just because it's championship.
yes, yes.
It's
I'm
still
saying it
English
doesn't.
football, bro.
No, no, it's not the same as playing in the Premier League, bro. Because when you do it in the Championship, because by that logic, right? Look at Mitrovic. Mitrovic scored 46 goals in the Championship at Fulham. Ivan Toney, who you and many others were asking for a year ago, scored 31 goals. He before Mitrovic broke that record, he was, I think, the one who had like 30 the record before that, if I'm not wrong. Like he,
Mm.
so this is why I don't know. I disagree with that, bro. Because we've had these guys. So why aren't we going for Ivan Toney then? By that logic, he's not only banged
Because
it in
they
the
said
Championship. Yeah, because they said
because they
what?
said they don't like his attitude. Apparently, is what they've said.
I don't know, man. But there's so many players who bang in the Championship, and I don't see them performing in the Premier League because it's a much faster league. Again, if you're only judging him based on his Benfica thing, I'm not gonna comment on that because I've seen the highlights. It looks good, 100%. But I'm not someone who watches Benfica week in week out, so I have no idea
Firstly,
how.
Ash is a fraud because it's not Benfica, it's Sporting.
Sporting,
Secondly,
sorry. See, that's proof. That's
secondly,
proof. I don't know. That's proof. I don't watch him.
there
Sorry,
you
go
are.
ahead.
But listen,
I should have guessed Benfica. It's literally
I
in the
think
background.
I just listen. I don't know. I just have a feeling about this guy. I have a
Hmm.
feeling, and for me, I'm gonna back it. I'm gonna trust my gut on this one, and I have a
Yeah.
feeling that this guy, if he comes to Arsenal, he's gonna be massive. He's gonna be big. I feel like he's gonna start off the season very well, and he's gonna score a lot of goals. But listen, that's just me speaking. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's just me trusting my gut. There's no real evidence to say that that could happen because yes, he's got loads of goals in the Portuguese league, but so
Yeah.
did Nunes. But I think he just the way he moves, his finishing, you know what I mean? Like, bro, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. I just love what Victor Gyökeres does on the pitch, bro. It looks very good, and he's got that.
I'll take
He's
your
got
word
that.
for it.
He's got that. The thing is with me, yeah, is he can shoot with his left foot, his right foot. He can shoot with his head. He's able to do little intricate freaking 1-2s and do link up with his midfielders and his wingers. He assists for his wingers. I've seen him do like freaking thread the needle passes, bro, to get his wingers in on goal, bro. Do you know what I mean? So he's all round, bro. I think the only thing which I saw on a scouting report, because I haven't watched all of the games, just the games that I've seen, and I've seen very good stuff from him. But from one of the scouting reports I read, the only thing that he is bad on, which is important for Mikel Arteta's system, is tracking back and
Hmm.
defending. That's the only thing he's bad on because he likes to stay up a little bit and try and get behind the runner. Do you know what I mean? And try and get on goal. So that's the
Hmm.
only thing that he's bad at. But listen, for me, 100% it's a goer. I love it. I love him. A pause, and I love to bring him to Arsenal. Yeah, pause. That was crazy. No need for the look back like this. There's no need to go like that. But yeah, big
No,
up
no,
to you.
no, because it literally paused for me. Like the video just stopped. I didn't even hear what you said. So, anyways, thank God I didn't hear it. Just to repeat
Okay,
it.
yeah. We're gonna repeat that, bro. All right, guys,
Yeah.
erase that. Guys, look
Yeah,
into
I
this thing,
genuinely
man.
didn't hear it. I swear to God. I
Look
genuinely
into
didn't hear
this
it.
thing. Look into this thing. Yeah. Thank you.
Some Will Smith stuff.
Yeah, Men in Black, man. Come on, we have.
Yeah, yeah. But then, bro, like, there's a big problem though we have if we sign Gyökeres, man. Like, what will that do to the development of Nketiah, bro? What will that do to his progression and growth?
So he's just, yeah, he's trying to get rise out of me. Look at this guy, bro. Fraud. Bro, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I've calmed down a
Look, I
lot,
mean,
bro.
it's definitely. I mean, the thing is, as much as we have good variety in our
Mm,
strike force with Trossard, Jesus, and Havertz, the sad part is, none of them is like a complete striker who can finish, hold up the ball, link up, obviously dribble and do all that. So I think Havertz has a lot of good characteristics when he plays forward, except his finishing, which is the most important thing. And Jesus lacks that height advantage where he could win the header and keep the ball down. But he's such a good dribbler, he's such a good creator. But again, lacks finishing. And Trossard, who's a much better finisher than both, unfortunately also lacks the physicality. Not good in the air, and obviously as decent he is as a dribbler, I don't think he's as good as Jesus though. So
mm.
it's good if Gyökeres is all these guys in one, basically. It's definitely not a downside. So
I think the dribbling maybe not the best,
yeah. I'm not saying he has to be
but
Jesus level,
I've
but he has
still
to be able
seen
to take
him.
on his man
Yeah, I've
sometimes.
still seen him able to take on his man. So yeah.
Yeah.
Right, brilliant. Let's move on to the next player. Michael Olise
Oh
rejects
damn,
Chelsea. Rejects
damn.
Chelsea. Goes to Bayern Munich. Yeah. Or in your way of saying it, Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich.
I don't know why he likes to say it like that. Bayern Munich. I don't know why he does the little at the end. But
Because
big up
they
to him.
write it with the CH in the end, and it's this. I think in Germany, do they say München, Bayern München in Germany,
Munchen.
or
Yeah,
am I wrong?
Munchen.
They say München, right?
Munchen.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's Munchen. But
Yeah, that was a curve, bro. That was mad because all I saw for a week was Chelsea. It's done. It's agreed. Chelsea fans are excited, celebrating. Oh, better than soccer. Oh, there's way more talent than soccer. He's better than soccer and everything. Look at his stats. And now it's all disappeared. Now no one wants to praise him. No one wants to talk about him. No one wants to big up Olise and make it seem like he's the next Arjen Robin that's gonna be for Bayern Munich or it's just mad, bro. It's mad. Um, Look, I think it's a good move for him. I know people look at Bayern last season and be like, yeah, but they were horrendous, and I mean they have company who's not a proven coach at the highest level. I know he's done well with Burnley in the championship again, but I don't think it translates necessarily um, to bigger teams. But I don't know. Like I just feel it's a much smarter move. People will say it's because he got paid what he wanted. For me, even if Bayern were offering the exact same as Chelsea, it's smarter to go to Bayern. You're going to compete for the Bundesliga immediately. Yeah, you're probably going to reclaim your title, right? Especially if Leverkusen end up losing a couple of players. And on top of that, you're in the Champions League. And I just feel these kind of players thrive a lot more with teams like Bayern. Like Bayern has done really well with wingers. If you look at
yeah.
Koeman and Gnabry and Sane and Ribery, Robin before that, obviously, if you go back, Douglas Costa, I think these wingers could go there and thrive, and it suits their playing style. And I think he's someone who'd
Mm.
do really well there. So I'm glad he's done that.
Yeah. Now, listen, for me, obviously, I said what I needed to say in regards to Elise. I think the bigger club came in, the bigger club went in for him and offered him what he needed to be offered. And he said, okay, I'm going to go to Bayern Munich. There's no way I'm turning Bayern Munich down because as much as we laughed at them this season for having bozo moments and losing against all these teams, that's rare. And that will never happen again. That will
Yeah.
never happen again, by the way, guys. I just want for everybody that thinks that Bayer Leverkusen are now going to go on a mad one and keep on winning and keep on winning and keep on. It's not going to happen. Bayern Munich will come back with anger now. It's like Man City. Do you remember when Man City had the off season where Liverpool
Yeah.
won the league?
2020. Yeah.
When Liverpool won the league and they had the off season, they finished fourth, I think, that season, something like
No,
that,
no,
or
no.
third.
They finished second, but like they were 19 points behind
Oh, they might as well be
Liverpool,
in third,
or
bro. They
18
might as
points.
well be in third
Yeah,
or fourth, bro.
yeah,
Well, like
18
they had
points.
the points for it, but
Mm.
they took that season off, and then they came back with a bang, bro. They came back vexed. They came back angry. They came back ready. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So for me, I just think this is the better move for his career. I think he's gonna get seen more. I think for his image and for him as a player, for his reputation as a player, I think this is the better move. Going to Chelsea right now, too much stuff that needs to be fixed. They're right at the start of their, or not even at the start of their rebuild. They're through their rebuild right now, bro. But it's taking hella detours at the moment. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
So I just think at the moment this was the best decision for his career, and he went to the bigger club. Let's face it, Chelsea is not bigger than Bayern Munich. Um, no matter how much they want to say they're big club, they're not bigger than Bayern Munich. Maybe the only one that's bigger than Bayern Munich in England is Man United and Man United and Liverpool, and maybe even Man United. Would
potentially.
you class them even
Yeah,
when they
yeah,
have the
yeah,
Champions League? Do you know what I mean? So maybe
yeah.
the only one is Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? But when it comes to that, I think he's an amazing player. I think the skill that this kid has got, man, it's crazy, man. It is
Yeah.
crazy. Like the way he is just able to dribble at times, the way he can just shoot from outside the box, yeah. And I go back to the goal that he scored against Man United when he was
Mm.
outside the box and he hit the
Yeah,
near
the 4
post,
0.
bro. The near post with so much power like that, bro. Like, do you know how crazy it is to hit it with that much power and hit the near post like that? Be that accurate to
Yeah.
hit that the goalkeeper won't even get a touch to it. Like, brilliant player, man. Brilliant player, and yeah, for me, it was just simple, man. He was always gonna go to the Germans in Bayern Munchen, the big team out there, man. And listen, I think next season they could cook. Most likely, most
Depends
definitely,
on
actually,
company.
it's definitely gonna happen, guys. I want you to prepare. I want to prepare yourself because at some point in the Champions League next season, we are gonna go to the Allianz Arena. I just want you guys to know that. It will
Yeah.
happen. We always go up against these guys in the Champions League.
And if that does
Always.
happen, just watch the campaign of, oh, look at Olise, he's gonna burn Saka. Look at Saka is gonna flop against a real winger, real talented winger. Oh man, I
Oh,
can't wait for
give it
these.
a rest.
So- yeah,
Give it
but
a
it's just
rest. You
mad.
see?
Yeah,
We even have Saka agenda merchants out here protecting Saka now. That's how you know the hate
I
is
don't
like
have I don't have a
crazy.
Saka agenda.
But anyway,
I am a
anyway,
realist. I don't go either way. I'm
there
I'm
you
I'm
are.
I'm biased. I'm extremely unbiased.
There you are. There you are. Fez. Um Why do we always have the argument, bro, about this whole thing, bro?
Bro,
It all started when he said that. Listen, anyway, let's not get into it, bro. Let's not get into it because
it
that
all
that would
started
be
because I
that would be
criticized Saka for bad performances.
yeah, that would be the. I shut off. I shut off. Not you.
Oh damn! Yeah, that's a
I
big
shut
super
off.
chat. My Sudanese brother.
What a guy, man! What a guy. Do you want to read it? Do you want to do the honors?
Of course, it's a Sudanese
It's not.
song.
It's not
It's
because I can't. It's
Alela
not because I can't.
Bilal.
It's not because I can't read Arabic, but you know what I
Oh,
mean.
bro,
Do
you
your
just
thing, bro.
exposed yourself. If you didn't say that, people were believing it and they were gonna go with it. That's it. That's it. But yeah, it's a Sudanese song. It's الليلة بالليل الليلة نمشي شارع النيل أنا وأنت
Allah.
سوا. Yes, come on,
Hey,
Ashraf.
what a guy, bro. Big up to Ashraf, man. Big up to Ashraf, man.
Big up,
Love for
name,
the
big
love,
up to
my
my
bro.
namesake.
I really do appreciate it, man. I really do appreciate it. Listen, thank you very much, Ashraf. W's in the chat. W's in the chat for Ashraf, man. W's in the chat, man. W's in the chat, man. But listen, moving slowly on to well, actually sticking with Chelsea. Sticking with Chelsea here. Currently at the moment, Ipswich Town have come in and they are looking to buy Amari Hutchinson from Chelsea. Now,
I'm
yeah,
actually quite upset by the fact that he's regressed that much. He was so highly rated when he was in our
yeah,
academy. And I
yeah,
was so annoyed when he sold him to Chelsea. I was like, this is such a stupid move. But Damn, it's crazy that it didn't pan out
We
like that.
must have known something that they didn't, bro. You know what I mean? It's crazy, bro. The grass ain't
I
always
guess.
greener, bro. The grass ain't
Yeah.
always greener. So
Yeah.
hold that with all due respect. Anyway, um, anyway, yeah. Listen, for me, the one thing I focus on is that we've got a 50% sell-on clause.
Mm,
So anything they get, we're getting a piece of that cake. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
And a hefty piece. 50% sell-on clause is crazy. And they're talking about like 20, 22 million. So, bro, that's already 11, bro. Straight mil in the bank, bro. Chilled. Let's put that in the bank. Bang. Let's move on to the next one. So you already know we're getting peas for that. If it's 22,
Yeah.
if it's 20, then it's 10 million. But we're getting money out of that. So it's all good, man. We're living cushy right now. And I feel like this is what we should do more. We're selling people to these clubs. Put sell-on clauses. I don't care even if they're shit. I don't care. I want sell-on clauses just in case these these players turn out to be something great or something good, and then they go for hella money. At least we're always gonna get a piece of the pie. Do you know what I mean? That's the main thing with me, man.
Yeah,
But
I would say the only thing with that is unfortunately you can't enforce it at every deal, especially like of decent players because sorry, of you cannot enforce it on every player because if you're trying to sell sometimes to free up wages, unfortunately, like clubs will not accept that clause, then they'll say, well, you need to sell. So why would we give you something that benefits you tremendously? I think whoever negotiated this in the Omari Hutchinson case, though, it's brilliant. It's a brilliant move. The reason I'm saying that is because Chelsea are known for being able to sell well. They're known for being able to sell their players at a very high fee. They've obviously done it with all the players they got like 2 seasons ago with Koulibaly and stuff. They sold us Havertz for 65 million, Mount for 55. So they're because they have such a good selling ability, if you will. I think whoever's negotiated that deal has thought about it really well because you know that if this team sells players and they're in a trajectory where they have to sell a lot of players, unfortunately for them, right? Because they have to comply with FFP or PNS as it is in the Premier League, which means they're not going to be able to keep all these young players that are coming through. Eventually, they're going to have to release or sell some of them. And I guess because they're selling Omari Hutchinson right now, they're getting decent value because the more years you keep him there, the less his value obviously goes. And that means less money for us. So whoever negotiated that from Arsenal is just a brilliant move.
yeah, no, 100%. I agree, man. And I just like I want us to do that a bit more. Like I understand you're saying like sometimes you can't offer it. Like if you need to
Mm,
sell, and people will give you like, why am I gonna give you a sell-on clause? Like just take my money now and then let me get my players so I can make the profit in the future. But I'm saying
mm.
where there is the option, we always need
Yeah,
to
of
try and
course.
offer it. Do you know what I mean? We need to
100%.
try and offer it. We need to try and push for it. Do you know what I mean? That's the only thing I'm saying. Because I feel like it's definitely something that needs to be done. Because I love the idea of sell-on clauses. I love the idea of buyback clauses as well. A buyback clause.
Mm,
That's also something that
mm.
we need to implement more in our youth. Do you know what I mean? So we can buy them back. I think the sell-on clauses are thought to be accepted more than buyback clauses.
Mm.
No, actually, no. Buyback clauses are more seen to be taken more than sell-on clauses because sell-on clauses you're taking the money in it, but buybacks
Yeah.
you can buy the player back for a bit less, but they're still going to get all their money. But yeah, listen, I think this is a great deal. Whoever constructed it, I really think they did a good job with this one, and um, yeah, man. Listen, I just hope that because listen, he is a youngster at heart. That was a hair lender. So listen, with all due respect, I do hope that his career just start to fly off now. I hope that he
Yeah.
has a good time with Ipswich because Ipswich
Yeah.
are on the come up, man. They've got a very good manager in McKenna who knows how to train, knows how to get the best out of young players, and I feel like he's gonna do very well with Amari Hutchinson. Wasn't he on loan there the last season?
I think so. I think he was on loan.
Let me
Was he
just
on
double
loan
check.
there or somewhere else?
Let me just double check because I'm sure he was with them. Yeah, he was Ipswich Town last season.
Mm.
44 appearances, 10 goals. Very good
Yeah, so if
season.
they signed him back, that means they have obviously they've obviously been quite impressed by him.
Yeah,
So
with his loan spell.
it's a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah. No, 100%. But I think looking just quickly on that, because I know we need to get onto the Euro stuff. I'm not sure how long you got, but we'll get onto it.
I'm good.
Just quickly speaking on our selling, I feel like seeing all of this stuff, seeing all these players getting sold, surely we must be able to get a bit of money, man. We must be able to get a bit of money for people like Reece Nelson, Eddie Nketiah, Emil Smith Rowe. We must be able to, like Andre says here, bro. I hope we make 100 million from Nelson, ESR, and Eddie. I think that's doable.
Ramsdale
as well. I think it's doable.
Yep.
I think we're able to make more than 100 million for these players and add that onto add that onto what's it called? Add that onto the transfer
kitty.
transfer money. Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
like surely we can do that, bro. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense.
Bro, I think we can get 100 million, but for these three plus Ramsdale, I don't think we can get 100 million just for these three. The fact is, we didn't play these guys a lot that last season, so not a lot of clubs will be willing to spend 30-40 million on them. Why we got that kind of money for someone like Chamberlain is because he was a starting player for us every single game. I think we moved him to right back or right wing back at the time, and he was starting every game for us. Awobi as well was playing a lot of games for us before we sold him to Everton for 40 million. Balogun was killing it with I can't remember what team was he at Nice or at Rennes?
No,
I think it was at Rennes.
Rems.
Rems, correct. Yeah,
Rems.
he was killing it there. He had like 23 goals or something in the league, and that's why they got him. You won't get the same value for these guys. Maybe Nketiah, I think, might fetch like 25 million or so, and I think maybe ESR could also get us like 20 million or so, 25 maybe, because some clubs might remember him from 2 seasons ago and say, you know what, he was on the rise, he was doing well. I think he was our top scorer in 2022. So maybe that kind of performance from 2 seasons ago and 3 seasons ago might still ring a bell in some clubs and decide them decide to pay that kind of money. But if we're hoping to get 100 million for these three combined, I don't think that's happening. Plus, Arsenal are notoriously bad at selling, unfortunately.
Well, apparently they've put a obviously on Nketiah. I don't know if you've seen the news. You probably have. The price tag that they've put on Eddie Nketiah.
Was it 40 or something?
No, 50 million. They said 50
Bro,
million.
That's mad.
We're taking 50 million for him. We got
It's
50
never
million
happening.
for Eddie Nketiah. Listen, man, Eddie's cooking, bro. Bro. Don't worry, man. He's gonna go somewhere, bro. The madness. Do you know what I mean?
I assure you, no matter how much we try to spice it up so that people fall for it, bro. Unless it's Todd Bowley, he's not gonna go get him, right? Like, it's just not gonna work out. Nobody's gonna pay 50 million for Eddie Nketiah. No one. I think 2 seasons ago, was it Aston Villa or Crystal Palace that offered us 30 and we rejected it? I can't remember.
Yeah. It was Crystal Palace that offered us. Crystal Palace were after him hard, bro, before they
exactly. Yeah. I think they had Patrick Vieira as their coach, as their manager at the time. He's gone down ever since. And it's not like he's 21, 22, 19, and it was like where you could think, oh, you know what, this guy's a young talent, could potentially go up to a high level. He's not even at that age. So I don't know. I don't see any club offering more than 30 million for him. Maybe we're saying 50 because we know it's going to be difficult to negotiate and we're going to try and bring it down to like 30, I guess. But bro, there's no club buying him for 50, bro. No chance. No chance. If he was 21, I would have believed it maybe, but I think he's 24 or something. Like, there's no chance someone buys him for 50 million, man. I think we'll get 100 million for all 4, including Ramsdale. Funny enough, I think Ramsdale will fetch us a higher fee than everyone else.
How much do you think Ramsdale go for?
I think we can easily sell Ramsdale for anything like between 40 and 50 million. I genuinely believe that. With some clubs, I think we can push Ramsdale hard for like that 50 million because he was in team of the season 2 seasons ago, the PFA team of the season. He was a starting keeper. He's decent with his feet. I know he's no like Ederson and all, but he's not that bad. And he is a decent shot stopper, I would say. Plus, he obviously plays for England. He's England number 2. So I don't know. I think we can push and get 50 million for him if we find a club that desperately wants him. Otherwise, worst case scenario, we'll sell him for 40. If we sell him for anything less than 40, honestly, that's criminal from us. It's genuinely criminal.
Really? You see, for me, I think. Listen, I think that Ramsdale can still get a fee. I don't think it's as high as 50 million. I think at stretch we can get 40 million.
If
But I'm
Chelsea want
thinking
him, I
more in
think we
like
can
the
get him for. I
30.
can we can push him
I'm
to Chelsea for 50.
really
Bruh, Chelsea are
because I
that
think
gullible.
the main no, but the main club that were looking at him were Newcastle because they're looking
Newcastle.
to get rid of Nick Pope. That's the
Yeah,
main thing.
Newcastle won't pay that much. Yeah, I think Newcastle will offer like 30,
So
35.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking in the 30s, late
Yeah,
30s. You know what I
especially with
mean?
their issues.
Um, yeah, in the mid to late 30s, like maybe 35, 38, 39. That's what we'll get for him. But 50, I don't think with Newcastle it's gonna slide. If Chelsea come in, of course,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah,
But it's whether they come in right now.
yeah. I
And
meant it for Chelsea
also, how
because who do they have?
what is his wages? That's another thing because then now they got this whole wage structure thing that they're trying to follow.
I'm pretty
Um,
sure it's not mad. I'm pretty sure it's not mad.
per week,
It says
120K a week.
120.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not
you know
crazy,
what I mean.
bro.
So he's got
That's
120K a week, bro. So are they going to be able to pay that, or are they going to be able to like increase that, bro? He's on a fair bit of money, bro, a week.
bro.
So
I don't think
now that you
if
look at that, are you like, what the fuck?
no, I agree. We shouldn't have offered him that much. It's crazy. I think we should have given him at like 80K max, and then maybe increased it if we um won a title or something, and bring it up to like 150 or something. But bro, I genuinely don't think it's far fetched that a club would come and pay him 150, 160, 180K a week. And that's why I'm saying, like, I know Chelsea might be
Mm.
happy with Petrovic, but they were inquiring about Ramsdale before, so
Yeah, they were.
um it is a possibility that they could come back. But
Mm.
worst case scenario, even if we have to sell him to Newcastle for 35, by the way, I would take it. I would take it because the fact is we need to sell players, we need to get that money up. If we are to sign 3 or 4 quality players, because I don't want us to go for like, if we're going for a midfielder, I don't want us to go for a 19-year-old or a 20-year-old. I want us to go for someone who's 24, 25, 26, at his getting into his peak, who can actually help us win the title next season. So we
Yeah,
cannot
no,
do
100%.
experiments anymore.
By the way, just to put this out there, ESR, I'm putting this out right now. I think we can get 40 to 50 million for him, bro. I'm just putting that out right there, right now.
You cannot get that Saad for someone who doesn't play. I think his talent
Okay,
deserves it,
but his
but he doesn't
talent will
play.
get it. No, his talent will get it. He's been fit the entire season. He's come on and he's played games and he's still been fit this whole season and hasn't been played by the manager. Yeah.
Name one
Now
game he's played in that he impressed us in last season. One that he
the
started or came
Luton
off the
game,
bench.
the Luton game.
Which one? The 4-3.
No, the 2-0.
Okay, well, he was okay in that. The one with the own goal, I think, if I'm not wrong.
No, it's not on
Uh,
goal. It's
the Reece Nelson
actually no, it
own
was,
goal, I
it
think.
was, it was, it was,
It
it
was, it
was
was an
actually.
own goal. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it
I
was,
don't
it
know. I
was, it
don't
was.
think he was that impressed. I think he was okay in that. Like, if I'm talking about, if I think about ESR from that 2 seasons ago or 3 seasons ago, when he was forcing Odegaard to sometimes play right wing, that ESR was, or 3 seasons ago, I think it was 2021 when he, 2021, bro. That ESR was
Mm,
amazing. Like he really looked like he's gonna be one of our main
mm,
number 10s moving forward. He was dribbling past people. He was so good at taking on people. We were even playing him on the left wing.
mm,
I don't know, man. I don't think the fact that he didn't play for a whole season, I just don't see him going for like 40, 50 mil, bro. I think the max we get for him is 20 million.
mm. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Um,
Hopefully, bro.
I listen, 50 million, man. I'm here for it, man. If we can get 50 million for ESR, because I want him to leave now. And I like when I say I want him to leave, it's nothing to do
Yeah.
with me actually wanting him to leave.
Yeah.
Like,
It's for him.
I want him to leave for him so he can better his career because he's not gonna get game time here. He's not gonna be utilized here the way he should be utilized because he is an amazing player. He is an
Okay, let me
amazing
pose
player.
this question to you then, since you said that. So what if he has an opportunity to go to Chelsea and be a starter there and kill it there? Would you want that?
No,
Okay. Yeah.
because he's too good.
That's
He's too
yeah.
good to go to Chelsea. So I wouldn't want him to go. I wouldn't want him to go to Chelsea, United, Tottenham. God no. God no, he'd
No,
never
no, he
do that
wouldn't do that.
anyway.
Well,
He'd never do that
yeah.
anyway. I've seen the way. No, I've seen the way he talks about Arsenal. He'd never do that. His life, never do that.
Mm.
City, Liverpool, any of these guys, bro. Chelsea, any of these guys. I don't want him to go to none of them. None. Yeah, go to like another team. Even Villa, go to Villa. Villa wanted him for so long, bro. Villa were always in for him. Oh, Villa are in for Emil Smith Rowe this summer. Bro, they're always in for him. I just
Yeah.
wish we could have done a swap deal with Douglas Luiz and gave them Emil Smith Rowe and gotten
Yeah,
Douglas
the
Luiz
Douglas
plus a bit of
Luiz was
cash.
one of the it was one of the most wasted things, honestly. I can't believe people let him go to Juventus. Like it's such a
Juventus is
bad
crazy, bro.
deal.
After
It's bad.
they just got rid of Allegri and
Mm.
now they got Thiago Motta, I believe, who's joined them.
Yeah, Mota.
And listen, they're going with a new manager and bro,
No, no, no. That's good for them because Mota is an upcoming manager who's actually quite highly rated, and he's done an amazing job with Bologna last season. I think he got them Champions League.
mm,
Um, but I still don't understand that because I genuinely feel City could have taken him because they need someone next to Rodri. Arsenal definitely would have
City are in a whole
made use of someone
situation
like
right now.
him. Sorry.
City are in a whole situation right now, man. They're out of operations at the moment, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean we don't know, bro.
They're running on empty at the moment, bro. Until the crime scenes is done and the tape is removed, bro.
I'll
They're
tell you
running
this,
on
bro.
empty at
It
the
might
moment.
disappoint you. It might disappoint people who are watching. I actually think they'll come out of it scot free. And I'm not even, by the way, for anyone watching this, is not me saying it because I'm salty or anything. I think they'll come out of it scot free because I genuinely don't think they will find actual proper evidence against them. Because I think what they're being sued for, or sorry, what they're being charged for in the Premier League is very similar to what they were being charged for in the Champions League, but just over a longer period of time, right?
Yes,
And I think they were.
but do you know what the problem was though? In that case,
Mhm.
is that they were time barred. They could only go a certain amount of years back. So
Yes, but
they
Saad,
couldn't find the evidence when they
agreed.
went. I think they could only go back to 2012 or something like that.
No, no, they could go back. I think 2014 or 2015. But the point is, Saad,
2015, yeah.
is that if let's say the UEFA or not UEFA, CAS found them not guilty. I don't know the year, so I'm just gonna say it like let's say 2015 to 2019, for example. Let's say these are the years. If they found them not guilty, unless you're saying before 2015 they were operating differently, I don't think they'll find them guilty there either, right? Because UEFA also charged them because they suspected that they were not following the FFP rules from 2015 to 2019 or 20,
But what is
however long it was.
Ash? What is? Listen, I don't want to get into a whole Man City discussion, but all I'm gonna
Mm.
say is we're not worried about what they were being run like in 2015 2016. We don't care about that time frame. What we're trying to find out is the source, what happened at the start for them to get all of this, for them to get all of this money, for them to grow in such a quick manner and to become absolutely incredibly big all of a sudden out of nowhere. When teams grew, teams had to do that for years and years and years to grow that big. And even then,
I
Chelsea, when
agree.
they done it, they still ain't that big. They still ain't that
Yeah.
big as them. So
Okay.
like
So
it just it's
yeah,
just
look,
one of them
I
ones,
hear
bro.
you. I hear you. Obviously, they did pump a lot of money, but then the question is, did they inflate their sponsorship specifically of Etihad and Etisalat? Did they inflate them by pumping their own individual money? That's what the Premier League has to prove, and that's not an easy thing to prove. It's extremely difficult to try and show that this was a more than the normal regular market value. Because that's what I'm saying. CAS or not CAS, UEFA tried the exact same thing. They tried to show that the value of Etisalat and Etihad sponsorship was over the market price, which they could improve. Which is why I'm saying we don't know that if you go back 3 years, suddenly you'll find it a bit higher. And by the way, I just read that comment by Cali Gunner. He said that they weren't technically not guilty. They paid a fine. They didn't pay a fine because they were found guilty. They paid a fine because they refused to cooperate. They refused
Yeah.
to give evidence on time. That happens in every case. That's not a new thing. In every major case, a lot of times lawyers will try to stall to get the documents or to try and discuss strategy or whatever it is. So you end up not cooperating immediately and not giving documents when you're supposed to. So they were fined for that. That's it. They were not fined for anything else.
Hmm.
And
Anyway,
they will, by the way, they will get fined for the exact same thing in the Premier League because they have apparently they're not cooperating. They didn't give documents in time
They're
again.
gonna get a big
They
fine.
will definitely
Big
get
fine.
fined. Yeah, they'll get a big fine.
The Prem's gonna give them a big fine, by the way.
Yeah,
Even if they're
100%.
found
But they
not
won't
guilty.
care. Yeah, they won't care.
Yeah. Right. The long-awaited moment. Have you done what I asked you to do?
Yeah, I have it ready.
Yeah. So obviously, we're gonna speak about first is the whole situation that's going on at the moment. We're gonna speak about England. We're gonna speak about them first because I feel like I need to get your whole input on everything to do with England. Do you know what I mean? I know you requested to speak about something as well, but let's speak about England, and then you can also tap into that conversation as well.
Yeah,
But what's your thoughts on England this Euros and the players that you've seen, the manager?
Yeah, I mean, look, I
I'll be
echo
right
what
back. Yeah,
everyone.
let me just.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
All
yeah?
good, all good. I'll take your time, bro.
By the way,
I
just
echo what.
peek the picture, yeah. Just
Brahim Diaz.
hold on. Just peek the picture, bro.
Yeah.
Look at him, ready,
I see him.
ready.
Yeah.
2025, we're there, mate.
He better win his shit, bro. He better win his shit. Enough.
Inshallah.
It's been annoying. But look, for me, I echo what a lot of people say about like Gareth Southgate. I think he's a real problem. I think he's probably going to be the reason why England doesn't win the Euros, and I think a big reason why they haven't won any major championship in these last tournaments. Even though people will obviously give him praise and credit that he's taken them to the finals of the Euros and the semi-finals of the 2018 World Cup, which is something the previous teams with the golden generation failed to do. So, and I think he does deserve some credit there. But I think when you go to these kind of tournaments, international tournaments, it isn't like club football, right? Obviously, because with club football, you got to have a system, you got to coach that system, and the players have to just play that system week in, week out. And sometimes it'll not work, sometimes it'll work. The point is you have to keep going until it actually starts giving you results, which is like what teams like Arsenal have done, Man City, obviously when Guardiola took over, Klopp with his Gengen press when he first took over Liverpool. To be fair, even Ange Postecoglou, right? Like he also was obviously criticized last season for playing the exact same style, despite the fact that they were getting exposed at the back many times. But a lot of people did praise his style as well, saying that when he does get better players, they're going to keep playing better, they're going to perform. So I understand that you can do that in club football, but in international football, it doesn't work that way, because you don't get to spend a lot of time with the international with your international teammates, or if you're a manager, if you're a coach of England, for example, you don't get to spend a lot of time with the English footballers because you only play like 5, 6, 7, I think 8 games max a year. And every international tournament is about two things. It's about the strength of your squad and the quality players you have, and about how good of a tactician you are as a coach. How good do you set up your team? How good do you set up the formation? How brave do you play with to try and get a goal? The way you attack, when do you sit back? The way you defend? What kind of substitutions you make? And that's why a lot of a lot of national teams that have won these tournaments have had very good tacticians as coaches, obviously, that do well in these cup tournaments, but they might not necessarily do well in leagues. I think that's where Gareth Southgate lets England down, right? Because I don't think he's the best tactician. I don't think he knows how to set up his team to attack and take advantage of his offensive players. Because when you're a country like England with Bellingham and Foden and Saka and Harry Kane and Declan Rice and Trent Alexander-Arnold all starting in the same lineup, and you're playing against the likes of, again, no offense to these countries, obviously, but they're not at the level of England in terms of quality players. You're playing against the likes of Serbia and Denmark and I think it was Slovenia. There is no reason why you shouldn't be playing a proper attacking game. There's no reason why if you score a goal, you should go and sit back the way they did against Serbia when Bellingham scored and then they went and sat back for the rest of the game and just tried to play a little bit on the counter. That makes no sense, because then the advantage you have by having all these, I'm not going to call them world class, I think only Harry Kane is world class, by having these top quality players is now eradicated because you're not playing a style that suits these top quality players, right? Where I think people go a bit crazy though is when they discuss lineups and they say, oh, he's got the lineup wrong and that's why we're losing. It has nothing to do with that. This lineup that you're starting with, Foden on the left, Trent in the middle, which, by the way, a year ago people were begging for. A year ago people were begging for Trent to play in the middle, and now suddenly it's like, no, don't play him in the middle anymore. Or Trippier as a left back, for example. That lineup has nothing to do with why England is not performing well. And the reason I say that is because England, after the second game, I don't know what the stat is now after the third game that they played against Slovenia, but after the second game, England were ranked 22nd out of 24 teams in the tournament for chances created. Scotland, who were last, I think Scotland were last, had 10 chances. England had 12. You're telling me that has something to do with the lineup? That's nothing to do with the lineup. Playing Foden on the left and playing Trent in the middle and playing Trippier as a left back shouldn't affect England from creating. No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't, Saad. And I'll explain to you why.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll explain to you why. There's evidence. There's evidence to back it up. No national team, unless it's Brazil. Brazil are the only ones who I can remember for the last few tournaments have been going to these tournaments, playing a left wing on the left, a right wing on the right, a striker as a striker, a 10 as a 10, 6 as a 6, 8 as an 8, right back as a right back as a left back, center back in their places. And they have done shit in the last 10, 15 years. They've won one Copa America in 2019. And in every other tournament, especially the World Cup, they have flopped. Look at all the successful countries that have won the World Cups and the Euros in the last 10 to 15 years. They have had players play out of position. 2022, Argentina won the World Cup. Di Maria in the final game against, even though he didn't start most of the tournament, but he started the finals. He played as a left winger. That's not his position, right? He had to accommodate because that's how it is in the national team. McAllister, for majority of the tournament, had to go on the left to track back to cover for, because Messi, when you have Messi in the team, some of the wings are exposed. So midfielders have to sometimes go left, especially when they had Enzo Fernandez and Rodrigo de Paul. Oh, is Argentina's example not enough? Okay, let me give you more. France, 2018 World Cup. They played Griezmann behind Giroud because that's where they thought they can get the best out of Griezmann. Mbappe on the right, Pogba and Kante in the middle. Who was playing left? Do you remember? It was Blaise Matuidi. Blaise Matuidi, who's a midfielder.
2018.
He's a centre mid.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, and he was playing on the left because they had to move him there. They had to play him there because that's how it works. You cannot always play a left on the left, winger on the left, right wing on the right. Another example, Germany, 2014. And you will know this. We can relate as Arsenal fans. The best playmaker probably in German, I don't want to say in German history, but at least over the last 20, 30 years, was playing on the left. And he came out saying, on the left wing, that not even the right wing. At least on the right wing, he's playing on a stronger foot. He played on the left wing, and he even came out after the tournament and said, I don't like playing on the left wing, but I will do it for my country because when it's international tournaments, you do what you do. That's it. And he still had a decent tournament. Thomas Muller, who I know has played right wing a couple of times for Bayern, not a couple of times, many times for Bayern, but he's not a right winger. Everyone knows he's a second striker. The best seasons for Bayern with Thomas Muller, when they won the trebles and stuff, he's never played on the right. It's always been Robin and Ribéry, either wing, when they won the treble in 2013, when they won the double in 2010 and reached the finals and lost to Inter Milan in 2010 as well. It was Ribéry and Robin. 2020, when there was no Ribéry or Robin, they were playing Gnabry and Koeman. And obviously Coutinho and Perisic were there as well. They would like rotate and stuff. They didn't play Muller over there. 2014, Germany did it. If you look at even Spain, 2012, one of the best national teams we have ever seen, played 0 strikers in 2012. They started a midfield of Fabregas, Silva, Xabi Alonso, Busquets, and I think maybe Pedro, if I'm not wrong. Well, I think Pedro was the 6th guy. If it was Pedro, that's the only natural winger. Everyone else is not a winger. But they were playing there because that's how you have to do it. In this same tournament, look at Germany. Everyone is praising Germany, the best team. Oh, what an incredible attack. Created the most chances. They don't play like, look at Florian Wirtz and Musiala are not actual traditional wingers. They're both 10s.
But they're not playing on the wing. They're playing 3 10s. They're playing 3 10s.
Bro, I agree with you. But initially, when you put them in the on paper and lined up, they start in the wings, but they keep moving. But that adds to my point. That adds to my point that it's not about the line. You don't have to play a left wing on the left, a right wing on the right. A lot of players, and Fabregas came out said this, and I completely agree with them. When people were defending Foden, Michael Richards was defending Foden, and Fabregas said, no, you cannot say he's playing on the left so he cannot perform. Because lots of players are asked to play out of position, especially when you're playing for your country, and it's only a 7-game tournament. You're not going to play that exact same lineup like you play in clubs. You have to adapt. I think Gareth Southgate is the problem I think he will cost England the tournament, but not because of the lineups. I think it's
So can
because
I?
of his inept aptitude to inept his lack of ability to manage and have proper tactics for these tournaments.
Okay,
Sorry, go ahead.
I want to give my my because I completely disagree with you, by the way, and this is the reason why. I think on the left wing, Foden is not a winger, and I understand you say, "Oh, but look at all these other players who have played in the position at left wing, and look at they've
Yeah,
performed for their team." Foden is not. Foden is meant to be in the middle. He is meant to be the 10. He is meant to be going for shots. He's meant to be linking up the play. That's what he does. That's his game. Yeah, what the and I understand Gareth Southgate 100% is the main problem here. Gareth
yeah,
Southgate is the main
we agree
problem
on
because
that.
of
Yeah,
tactics and everything. We agree on that. But where I disagree with you, it is about where he's positioning these players on the pitch. Because firstly, left wing, he can't do that. He can't do that job on the left wing. You need somebody who runs at their man. Foden does not run at their man. Foden does not run at the player.
but
Who will run at the player? Hold on, let me just explain. Who will run on the player or up
Gordon.
against their player is Anthony Gordon. He's the one who should be playing on that left wing. That should be the guaranteed spot for him. Yeah, left back. Left back. Why are we playing Trippier there? Why are we not playing somebody like Joe Gomez, who played for Liverpool in the left wing? Why are we left back? Why are we not playing Luke Shaw? Now they're saying that Luke Shaw is injured still. They're saying that his fitness, bullshit. Why is he here then? Send him home. If he's not fit, send him home. Why is he here? Bring somebody else in. Swap him with somebody. Send Chilwell. Send him home. Bring, I don't care, Chilwell. Bring Tariq Mitchell. Bring somebody. Bring somebody else, because we need somebody there that can play on the left back position, that's left footed, or at least played there for their club before. When it comes to Trippier, Trippier has played there for Newcastle before, and it was awful every single time. So why he thinks that it's going to be different for the national team, I don't know. When it comes to when it comes to the midfield partnerships, leaving Rice consistently is the lone six. That is why Rice is having such a shit time in the midfield, because he's left there as a lone six. Rice cannot play the lone six. And I had a whole argument with Mo and everything about leaving Rice and what does Rice do. Rice is left as a lone six for Arsenal and all of that. He's not. He's always got somebody that's inverting in. So he's always going to have somebody next to him who helps him and assists him. But it's okay. Either way,
I'll wait. I'll rebuttal later.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Either way, these players that are being played out of position, yeah, for the sake of him just trying to play his style, which is absolutely defensive, is absolutely shocking for me. Absolutely shocking for me. And him as a manager, I do agree, is the reason why we're going to lose this tournament, but also partially is because of his position he plays on the pitch. I'm sorry, but I can't sit there and accept the fact that you should be playing Foden in the middle. Every time Foden is on the pitch, he's always trying to go to the middle and always running into the way of Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham should be playing. If we really want to play Jude Bellingham how he should be playing, Jude Bellingham should be the 9. Jude Bellingham should be the 9. Have Foden playing behind him. That's the real way you should be playing him. If you really want to get the best out of him, you want to get all the Bellingham's goals, this and that, he has to be playing as a false 9. He has to be playing as a full striker, because that's what he does before for Real Madrid. He was playing as a false 9 for them. And he'd be changing from in the midfield to the striker position. And that's how he got all of his goals. So I just feel like this is down to Gareth Southgate overall. Like, these players, they can't help that they're being played in the wrong position. And there's only certain players that can play in the wrong position and actually put out a decent performance. But I'm sorry, I don't agree with this whole thing that players should be, unless the manager has a plan for them, then you can play somebody in the wrong position. But when the manager doesn't have a plan for them and he's just putting them in the wrong position, and then we're playing so defensive and so the play style is very defensive, Like, bro, it's gonna happen. Stuff like this is gonna happen. You're gonna concede shots. You're gonna look poor. You're gonna have a lack of creative chances. It's gonna happen. That's just the
So,
fact.
Saad,
Yes,
how come other teams that play different positions, that play players out of positions, do not play that bad then? Are you
because they have
telling me Foden
tacticians.
playing?
They have tacticians, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
They have
yeah. But
somebody
that's
who
that's
can. They have somebody who can still get the best out of them while playing them in the wrong position. We
yes,
have
but
neither. We have neither the player who can play in the wrong position, or the manager that
Saad,
can at least
for
get the best out of
starters,
him while he's playing in that position.
I understand that, which is why I said he's bad in terms of in terms of doing the tactics. But what I'm trying to explain to you is, even if he plays Gordon on the left, even if he plays Rice and Bellingham and Foden in the middle, even if he plays a proper left back, you're still gonna suffer the exact same way. You're gonna have the same shitty performances because he does not let his players play attacking football. He tells his players, he tells his team to be conservative. And the way because you make it seem like Foden playing on the left wing is a new thing. I just checked the stats because I've seen it for City. I've seen him play left wing an entire
Yeah, he's
season for
played
City.
before.
I just checked the stats. He's played 47 games as a left winger for Man City, out of which he scored 17 goals and 11 assists. So it's
Yes,
not like
the
he's
left.
being crap on a left wing, right?
Yes, but
And
you
and
can't
and and
compare. You
and
can't
if you're
compare it.
saying, and if but I can compare, because I'm telling
You
you, there's another
can't.
player like Ozil who doesn't have Foden's movement and stuff, because Foden runs a lot more on the pitch. We know how Ozil sometimes would like slow down and walk and all that stuff.
Yes.
Foden has a lot more energy, and yet Ozil played on the left and did well. You're talking about the left back position. That same German team, who was their left back? It was a centre back. It was Havertz. Havertz was their
Yeah.
left back. He wasn't a left back. He was a centre back. He's not, and I don't even know. I don't even remember if he was left or right footed. The guy had nothing. He'd added nothing forward, because the tactics that were set up by the manager, by the coach at that time, right, Joachim Löw, was enough to get the best out of the team, despite where people are playing, because all someone had to do was do his role. So you're telling me like, oh, play Foden over here, play this over here, and things will change? They will not change, because the reason you guys sucked against Serbia was because he told the team. I'm assuming he told the team, because when the whole team defends that way, I'm assuming it's a
He
managerial
definitely did.
instruction.
He definitely
Yeah.
did, because in
So
the
he must
Serbia
have
game, as soon
instructed
as
the
we,
team.
yeah,
Exactly. He must have instructed the team, hey, we're ahead. Sit back. We don't need to score. We'll attack slowly. We'll build up slowly. This how it is. The same
but I
with
agree.
Denmark.
No, but I agree to a certain extent that
So I'm saying changing the lineup will do nothing, bro.
No, but even if you do change the lineup and you move Foden centrally, and let's say you put Bellingham at left 8 next to Rice, yeah,
Yeah, and then Gordon on the left. Yeah.
and then Gordon on the left, and then let's say you put what's his name in there?
Let's say Luke Shaw, left back.
Luke Shaw, yeah. Let's say you put Luke
Yeah.
Shaw left back. That
Yeah.
completely changes the way that we play. Completely.
No, it
because
doesn't.
on the left side, just let me go. On the left side, you have Anthony Gordon. He's running at his man, cutting in, creating danger. And then on the overlap, you're always gonna have Luke Shaw, who's able to get past the ball and put in a cross. And then Harry Kane can get on, get a header on goal. You're gonna have much more help from that left side. Instead, what he's got Foden doing right now, he's got him on the left, and he's got him sitting there, right on the touchline, saying, "There we go, stuck to the touchline," and he's doing fuck all game.
Saad, you know why you're saying what you're saying is not logical, because you yourself came out, and I saw, I think it was the Football Terrace, you came out on a rant, and I agree with you about Harry Kane. Why the hell is he dropping deep? Why can't you just stay in the damn box? If Anthony Gordon plays on the left, you think he's going to suddenly stop dropping deep? He's still going to do it, because Gareth Southgate's lack of cojones doesn't allow him to go and tell Harry Kane, stop dropping deep, stay front. So whether you play Gordon on the left, or whether you play Foden on the left, or whether you play freaking Raheem Sterling, you bring him to his prime from 5 years ago and tell him play on the left, it doesn't matter. Harry Kane will still drop, because there's no manager telling him stop doing that. And you're talking about Anthony Gordon can get the ball and take on people and stuff. If Southgate's tactics are, let's sit all behind the ball, right, and we'll try to counter, Anthony Gordon's going to do that. He's not going to sit in front of there and wait for the ball so he can take on his fullback. When he gets his ball, and if Gareth Southgate's tactics are, no, play it safe, don't risk it, don't try to dribble, don't try to take 2 on 3. Again, I'm assuming he's telling his players. He might not be telling his players this, but because we're seeing it across the team, we're assuming that he is probably giving instructions like these. In which case, that will not change the way Anthony Gordon plays. It will not change. Foden on the left for City has banged in many games. He's because Guardiola's instructions has allowed him to do that. When Ozil played on the left, as much
But I
as
don't
he
think you
himself
can
came out.
compare it. The thing is, hold on, sorry, Ashraf, because I know I'm interrupting you mid-flow.
No.
I
Please,
just need
go
to
ahead.
say this. You can't compare what Foden does. You can't compare for what Foden does. Sorry, I've just seen Zane's message. I know you saw it and you were looking at your phone as well. Is that?
Yeah, Dewsbury Hall.
Oh my goodness! Wow, that's confirmed.
Okay, so I guess it's finally done.
Brighton and Leicester have agreed because Chelsea were just in for him.
Yeah.
So Dewsbury Hall is going to Brighton, and Jakob
And Jakob Moder.
is going to Leicester. Medicals booked for both. Green light for all of them. Wow. But then Chelsea inquire about Dewsbury Hall. No bid yet. Wow. That's crazy. Well, I mean, listen, big up to Brighton, man. They do big moves like this, man. This is what they do, man. They just get these players that they want, and they manage to get it done. Yeah, that's crazy. They can't even get Dewsbury Hall, bro. It's crazy. Chelsea in the mud, bro, fully. But what I was gonna say is you can't compare what Foden does for Man City, and I'll explain to you why. With Pep always has his system set so one player can just walk around the pitch or run around the pitch and cover multiple different positions. So yes, Foden starts on the left. Foden does not play on the left. You see him multiple times move into the middle. He might be on the right for a bit of the game. He might be in the middle for a bit of the game. He might spend part of the game on the left, but he's never playing solely on the left. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
I get you.
The problem with Gareth Southgate, he's having him solely on the left. Bang, that's what you're playing. So
he has to be honest. To be honest, I don't think that's true because he has had many moments where he's come in the middle, but
that's forcing
so ask me this, Saad.
He's forcing
fair. If I can compare the Man City thing, how come all these other national teams I've mentioned to you have done the exact same system and they've won the World Cup?
Because they've got a tactician. They've got a tactician. Like I said, you're correct to a certain extent. They've got managers who are capable of. The thing is, if you are to play players in the wrong position, like the Özil, like you said,
and
like
Matuidi and McAllister and Di Maria.
Matuidi, like Di Maria. Di Maria, firstly, I don't think you can count that. Di Maria is a very good and experienced. He's a very good and experienced winger, so he already has that on his side. Do you know what I mean? He's played on the right wing. He's played on the left wing before. You acted like that's the first time that they put him on the damn left wing, and then all of a sudden he started doing madness. Like, bro, he's played on the left wing before, bro.
Okay, by that logic, he's also played on the left wing for Guardiola, and you're refusing to acknowledge that. He's played on the left wing for.
But that's why I'm saying you can't compare that. Some like with other wingers who are.
So you can compare. You can compare Di Maria.
You can because Di Maria plays solely on the left wing at times.
No, he doesn't. He plays solely on the right.
No, I know he plays. No, I know he plays on the right. But when he
Okay.
played on the left, he played on the left for the whole game.
When? Name the time. When did he play on the left wing? That you remember? There isn't a time.
Because at Madrid, no. Let me get.
I'll help you. I'll help you.
Let me get.
I'll help you.
It's fine. I'll help you. Hold on.
I'll help you.
Di Maria,
because when he plays, when he's
position.
had some. Okay, when he's played some positions on the left for Madrid, you can't use that logic because you just said don't count Foden because Guardiola does this, which allows Foden to do it. The same with Mourinho. If Di Maria ever played on the left with Mourinho, it's because Mourinho is that good of a manager, that good of a coach, that his system would allow Di Maria to play on the left and come back in. But by the way, Di Maria's best ever moments, best ever seasons were when he played on the right or as a 10. When Madrid won the La Decima, the first Champions League since 2002, when they won it in 2014, he was playing behind the striker. He was playing as an attacking mid. They were playing Bale on the right, Cristiano Ronaldo on the left, Benzema up front, or Higuain, whoever they played at the time. No, Benzema, sorry. And behind him, they used to play Di Maria. So he didn't play on the left then. And at PSG, majority of his career, he played on the right wing. So he's not a left winger. He's a right winger. And he's left-footed as well. So why would they play him on the left? I'm not saying he's never played games on the left.
Let me get it. Just carry on.
Yeah, so my point is, the reason I'm saying all this is because I think a lot of English fans have this assumption that if Gareth Southgate plays all these players in the positions they ask him to, they're suddenly gonna bank, and nothing's gonna change, because the reason you guys are flopping is because his tactics are not allowing the team to work, not the lineup. The lineup should not be the reason why you have only 2 more chances created than Scotland after 2 games, where Germany had 41 and Spain had like 39, England had like 12. That has nothing to do with Foden playing on the left. And I'll tell you why. Again, there's another evidence of this, Saad. Is a year ago, so many people were asking for Trent to play in the middle. Do you remember that? So many fans, especially when he came in the middle. Remember that long pass he gave to Saka when Saka has scored a hat trick.
Trent is understood now that he can't play there.
No, Saad. My point is,
he can't play there.
No. But why did we understand that? We understood that because we saw it. We saw him play him there, and we saw it fail. That's my point. But a year ago, people were not listening to that. People were saying, no, play him in the middle. And by the way, to go back to your thing about Rice, because I completely forgot about that. You said Rice cannot play as a lone 6. Rice was playing as a lone 6 for Arsenal in the first half of the season. When he was playing
in the first half of the season, yes, he was. But
exactly, first half of the season, we were saying he is the best signing of the season. When he was playing with Havertz and Odegaard, we were literally naming him in the team of the season at the time.
When we had an inverted left back coming in, what was happening?
But we didn't have.
He was getting the assistance. He was getting the assistance to be able to go forward, bro.
Saad, you know, and I know that Zinchenko offered. I don't want to curse. F-all coming into the middle. He would invert into the middle and still lose the ball. He would invert into the middle and still not tackle. He would invert into the middle and still not defend, and still have his wing exposed. Rice was technically playing as a lone 6 with Havertz and Odegaard playing with him, or playing ahead of him, I should say. And he was doing an incredible job, so incredible that we were saying we underpaid with 105 million. So he 100% can do it for England. But again, it's the tactics that don't allow someone like Rice or like Bellingham or all these guys to express themselves and play in that kind of way. Bro, you know those mistakes that Rice made in that game against Denmark when he gave the ball away twice and everyone's like, oh my God, he's the worst player on the pitch. I'm telling you, I promise you a big portion of that is that the nerves that he has, because he's thinking I have to play these cautious games that Southgate wants me to play. I have to get the ball, I have to be careful. Whereas with Arsenal, he would take some risks. He'd get the ball, move forward. I think he had like the second most progressive behind
Rodri
runs, progressive carries behind Rodri. I think it was 1 or 2 behind Rodri. At Arsenal, he doesn't have that fear. He can get the ball from the centre backs. He can turn around. He can go forward with it. With England, you're not allowed to do that. You have to be super careful how you build up, super careful how you attack. So when you play Gordon on the left, I promise you it'll change nothing. The only time you'll change is when by the way, so if you play the lineup you asked for against I don't know, let's name some of the good teams. Spain or Germany. Do you see yourself beating them? If this lineup that you want.
I see us being more competitive.
Honestly, I swear to you, whatever happens, I see you doing the exact same thing. I'm not saying by the way, I don't think England will get thrashed. I don't think England will get smashed by any team, because your team, in terms of quality of individuals, are too good to be dominated by any team. That's not going to happen. But I think whether you play Spain or Germany or France, with the lineup you asked for or the lineup Southgate is trying to play, it won't matter. He's still gonna struggle the exact same way because he doesn't know how to set up his team. He doesn't know how to set up his team in a proper attacking way. And I saw your not your thing. I saw the fixtures that England could have. By the way, they could actually have a very good run till the final. But I promise you, he's gonna complicate every single game. He's gonna play against Slovakia.
I actually think England are gonna go out in the next round, but. That's
Slovakia. Oh, that's a stretch. That's a
stretch. I feel like that's gonna happen. But anyway, you wanted to speak about something, my brother, so I'll give you the floor quickly.
Yeah, look, last thing. I mean, it's related to this. Last thing. This is why I find it extreme. Based on all of this that I've said, I find it ridiculous when people say play Saka as left back. I don't get that logic. People are, because he's played before over there, so let's play him as a left back. That's such a stupid concept. If he wasn't the best right winger at England, I would have understood. I'd have said, oh, you know what? Because I genuinely think he's better than Foden on the right. And I still think he's better than Cole Palmer on the right. Because Cole Palmer had a very good season, 100%. No one can take that away from him. But that's still one season. Saka has done it for Arsenal for the last 3 seasons. And if people want to say, oh, don't relate the club with international level, he's also done it for England for the last 3 years, I think. 3 or 4 years. How many years? I think 3 years. So why are people coming up with this deluded take of, oh, play him as a left back? because we need to accommodate him and Palmer and Foden all in the same team.
Mm.
I actually, by the way, and this is where because I know you'll be like, oh, Arsenal has a soccer agenda, and I don't have a soccer agenda, and you can testify to this because I've criticized
That's
soccer,
banter, bro.
but despite that, but I'm saying despite me criticizing soccer before, I will still tell you this. I think he's been your best attacker so far this tournament, because whenever I see him get the ball,
agree.
He's linking up. He's actually trying to play the 1-2 and make runs behind. The goal he scored against Slovenia, I know it was offside, obviously, from Foden, but he's still trying to get behind. He's still trying to make those runs. I used to criticize him at Arsenal for not always trying to make runs behind the line, always trying to ask for the ball and then try to take on two-man and lose the ball. He's making runs behind. He's linking up. He's playing the 1-2. What do you expect him to do? If in such a defensive setup, I don't understand what more you're asking from him. And Palmer, if he starts that game, he's not going to do much either. And Foden, obviously, is not going to do much either on that wing. It's absolutely ridiculous to say, let's take one of our best wingers, in fact, our best right winger, and play him as a left back, because he's played there 3-4 years ago. Imagine if Wales had a really good winger during Gareth Bale's time. So they're like, oh man, we have two of them right now, and they both play on the right. So I guess we'll take Gareth Bale and play him as a left back.
Let's put Bale a left back.
Let's play, because he's done it against for Tottenham, right? He scored Mike on as a left back, so let's put him back as left back. Such a stupid concept. It's
crazy.
Bro.
Listen, I agree with you. I think the whole play Saka at left back is absolute stupidity.
It is.
That would have been a better option, to play Saka at left wing. If you wanted to play Palmer, at least say play Saka at left wing. Left wing, 100%. I think Saka could still cook. I think Saka would still cook a left wing. I think it'll be even better than right wing at the moment, just because of the way he can get a cross in. Like, bro, Saka's good at getting a cross in, bro. Especially if you do it with that's on his right foot. That's his right foot as well. If you just think about if he could do that same thing, but with his left foot, bro. His stronger foot. It'll be much more accurate. It'll be much more better. And he would be able to try and take shots with his right foot now. Like, you know what I mean? It could work, bro. But all I'm saying is left back thing is overdone.
I'm just laughing because I'm thinking you said cross the ball with his left, but cross it to whom, Saad? Harry Kane will be sitting next to freaking Stones.
He'll be there with Rice, like, what should we do after the game?
Exactly.
Like, it's crazy. But just quickly, have you got the thing on your screen so I could just show the people?
I do. I can share.
There you are, you fraud. Wallahi, I told you to share it. There you are.
Saad wants to... No. I have it ready. Saad wants to try and embarrass me. It's not going to happen.
We're not even trying to embarrass, bro. We're just speaking.
That's good. Yeah. Where is
so, as you can see, people, we are going to have a look at Ash's predictions. And to be honest, are those ticks for what you got right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as you can see, Group A, he clears it, by the way. He got it completely right. Literally to the T. And listen, fair play, bruv. Fair play, bruv. You got it right. You got it right to the T.
That was an easy group to do.
Yeah, it was. It really was. Second group, Spain first, which you got correct. Albania last, which you got correct and out of the group. Croatia and Spain. Croatia and Italy, you got wrong. Obviously Croatia.
In my defense, I got that right until that last second equalizer. I don't even remember what's his name. Who equalized?
It was
and that was a sick finish.
Starts with an R, man.
Oh man, I don't know why for the life of me I can't remember his name. Zakagni. Yeah. Mata Zakagni. Bro. That was it was Zakagni. Yeah. He came off the bench, remember? He came off the bench.
Okay. No, I was thinking of somebody else.
Up until that last second, I had this entire group cleared as well, and then that freaking equalizer came out of
There you are. And then obviously the third group, Serbia, Slovenia, you got that wrong. You got Denmark going through, you got England going through, but obviously you picked Serbia over Slovenia, which I think that's a harmless mistake to make. To be honest, it was a toss up between the two, and you chose the wrong one, unfortunately. Moving on to, and I already know you got this one, Klanger, bro. You already got this one, Klanger.
Who would have got this right, bro?
Have a look at the Group D, bro. The Group D, This
Bad.
guy had no respect for Austria, bro. He had no respect for
None.
Ralph Ragnick. No respect for Ralph. Super Ralph. You know what I mean? Bro, firstly, just quick word on them. I think they could go really far in this competition. Really
Yeah,
far.
I think
Them
so
and
too.
Switzerland. Them and Switzerland. I think are due to really go far. By the way, Italy, I think actually we'll save that. We'll save that. We'll
Yeah,
save that for the
yeah.
prediction. But in that group, obviously Austria's you got them last. I think they topped the group, didn't they?
They did.
In the
They
end,
did.
and then
Yeah, they
France
did
got
that.
second. France got second. Netherlands got third. Um, who they have to play? What's it called now? The Dutch. Who do they play now as a third place team?
Not gonna lie, I haven't even seen the draw.
Bro, I saw it like 3 times, bro.
Romania. They should win that.
No. Hold on a minute. Romania. Anyway, we're gonna get to that. But you had an absolute clanger. This one. But
Like
to
the
be honest,
rest, like the rest of the world.
who's gonna predict that? Who would have predicted that France and Netherlands are not coming in the top and second, bro? You know what I mean?
Bro,
The
and
only
plus,
toss up in that one would have been Poland
yeah.
and Austria. Who's gonna come in that position?
But here's the thing, bro. Honestly, I backed more on Lewandowski and Szczesny versus and Kivior versus banking on Ralph Ranić. And Lewandowski didn't even play the first two games. So
Oh my
damn,
goodness,
I wish I knew that.
bro. First of all, Kivio in that last game,
Horrendous.
clanger, bro. Get the guy out, man. Send him back to Arsenal. Let's just leave him there. And bro, Lewandowski didn't even play for the whole game, for the whole tournament, bro. Half the time
No,
he
he
was on
played.
the bench, bro. Half the time
No,
he
he
was on
played
the bench,
against.
bro.
Yeah, he played against France and he
He
scored the
played
penalty.
against France. He played
Yeah.
against France, but half the time he was on the bench, bro.
Yeah,
The other
exactly.
games, bro, because they took
Injured.
him when he was injured. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's mad. Another clanger.
Massive.
This one is a massive clanger because
Massive.
2 groups in a row. He's put the person that topped the group at the bottom of the group. Bro, how can you put the one who tops the group as the bottom of the group, bro?
But you know the funny thing is, all of them have the same points. They
Yeah,
literally
all
all
4.
have the exact all 4 points. So it's not like I messed it up tremendously. I can't believe Belgium didn't win that last game against Ukraine. That was so this
Because they're
team is so
trash.
they are
They're trash.
garbage.
And by the way,
They're absolute garbage.
I'm disappointed in Trossard there. I'm very disappointed in Trossard.
He got benched after the first game. That first game was so bad, bro. Against Slovakia, he was disgusting.
So bad. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it.
Yeah.
And let's just say they're effed for the next game anyway. And finally, Group F. You got Portugal and Turkey. You got Portugal and Turkey, right? You got Georgia wrong. And Czechoslovakia. Georgia surprised us all in that last game, bro.
The Portugal
surprised
game.
us all. And that wasn't even a bad team. I know it was like technically their second team. That second team was strong, bro. Second team had a lot of very good players, and it was a very strong team, bro. I think it's probably even match par for par on with their first team, bro. To be honest,
very close.
Their second team is very close to their first team. So for them to get a win against them 2-0 as well, bro. It's not even just like a 1-0 stinky game. It was 2-0, bro. And they were creating chances. They looked a better team. Like, bro, it was crazy. So obviously you got that one wrong. And let's go to the third places. Which ones did you get right in the third places?
Yeah, all of them.
None.
All of them.
None right. Bro, all of them are wrong. So obviously, we're gonna go to the predictions now. Anything to say about your predictions?
I'm surprised because Hungary. Oh yeah, Hungary finished third, but they didn't qualify. Yeah. Okay.
So, let's go to the. Have you got the? What's it called? Oh, this is your prediction. No, hold on. So,
No. I can edit it. It's fine. I can edit it over here.
Yeah. So
fresh.
Oh, so we're gonna edit it, yeah.
Yeah, I have to because.
So you're gonna do your predictions and you're gonna write them down.
You want me to write them down?
No, you're gonna put them here. Yeah. So let me.
Yeah.
How do I go on to this, bro? Let me do it, bro. Now I'm gonna have to do this, bro.
Yeah. It's the gaming.wifa.com. So I need to arrange it first with what actually happened. Was Romania and then Belgium.
Okay. Sign up. Unlock the full experience. Let's log in with Facebook. There we go. Hello, Saad. The knockout rounds. So I've got the knockout rounds. Spain, Georgia.
Yeah. So
So
I'm going Spain here. That's so
are you
easy.
going Spain against Georgia? Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, bro. The
Germany,
dream
Denmark.
lovely country though. I've been there. So beautiful. Germany,
What,
Denmark.
Georgia?
Definitely. Yeah, it's beautiful, bro.
I've
Such a
never
beautiful
been, man. I need to go.
and the nicest people, honestly.
Oh, nice. Germany, Denmark.
Yeah, Germany. I think. By the way, I wouldn't be surprised if Denmark knocked Germany out because
No.
I wouldn't sleep on teams like Denmark and Switzerland. I know people will be like, Denmark, Switzerland, but I generally wouldn't sleep on them. I think
Denmark right now for me is not in that bracket of teams. I think they
yeah,
were
I don't think
lucky
they
to
do it
make it.
either.
I think they were lucky to make it through, bro. They were in a shit group with shit
Yeah,
teams.
I mean, but they drew to England. But yeah, that's not an achievement.
Yeah, shit teams, bro. It's not an achievement, bro. Well, it's not.
Yeah.
Like, you could put my nan, you could put your nan, and a couple of old pensioners in the pitch, and they'd probably draw against England. They might get a goal and might be able to keep them out. You never know, bro. So
Maybe.
against freaking Gareth Southgate. Portugal, Slovenia. Obviously, we're all gonna go Portugal, bro. I don't think we can. And then this one.
Ooh, this is a nice one.
Oh my god! This is where it gets interesting. I'm gonna put France. I'm putting France because Belgium are dog
honestly, I haven't been impressed by France either, bro.
Belgium are dog shit.
Bad.
Belgium are dog shit. Like, I actually
they are, to be honest, they are dog shit. Yeah.
I think they'll get ripped apart.
Do you not think Belgium could potentially play better against a bigger team that will give them a lot of space to attack?
No. And I'll tell you why. I think against a bigger team, the main thing for me is Saliba and Upamecano at the back line with Theo Hernandez.
Yeah,
Koundé.
And Koundé.
Theo Hernandez is like a hawk, bro. This guy just watches, and even with Kante in the middle, like Theo Hernandez, Saliba, Kante, and Jules Koundé. I'm not going to include Upamecano. I know he's had a little right.
He's been doing well.
He's been doing well, but he's still got that bozo moment as per shown in the last game. Yeah, but those four over there, bro, they're like hawks, bro. As soon as somebody loses the ball, they're on him, bro, straight away. So it's like they're working in perfect cohesion, bro. It's very good the work that they're doing with each other, man. And Theo Hernandez has been having a mad competition, defensively anyway. So I think France is gonna do them. I think it's gonna be quite simple for France. Maybe like a 1 or 2-0, and I think France will beat them. Romania, Netherlands.
Yeah, I think the dream ends for Romania. I think Netherlands go through here, in my opinion.
In my opinion, I think Romania are going to be handing the first upset, because I don't think France and Belgium is an upset. France is just a better team. Romania handing the first upset. I'm going to put Romania in to go through over the Netherlands. I honestly believe that. I think they're dry. And yeah, listen, I don't think they have enough going forward. I think if they were playing England, they'd have been lucky. If they were playing England, they'd have been lucky because they'd go past England. But Romania have been bro, they are such I rate this Romania team because they fight for each other until the death. That's the reason why I have belief in them that they can go and do something against the Netherlands.
You say all of that, but then the team you called absolute garbage or awful beat them 2-0.
What, Belgium?
Yeah. So how great? Are you just saying it because they smashed Ukraine? Because I think Ukraine was just garbage that game.
No. I think as a whole, they have some very good players in there that are maybe not big names, but they've got a lot of skill, a lot of talent, bro. And I feel like they can enter that mode and that first game showed them coming in. It was the first game they had to put something out there. They had to put a statement out there. Ukraine have been in the Euros before. They've been in it multiple times. They had to go out there and put a statement. Haji was watching. I believe he was at the game, so he was watching already. So you already know they had to go out there and put a performance out. If they
But
could
why couldn't
replicate
they
that form, against the Netherlands, I think they can beat them, and I think they will, because they're again going into the knockout round, so they have to prove themselves now. They've made it; they have to prove themselves now. It's knockout football, so I think you're going to see a different Romania. I think when they came up against Belgium, they were a bit too gassed after that, and they thought they were shit. They thought they were the shit. So
So why do you not
now
think the Netherlands could also show up, especially when they have a lot of quality players in their team?
the reason why is because the Netherlands at times, attacking wise, have looked dry, bro. At times they've just looked a bit out of ideas, bro. They've looked like they've been trying to hit the same spot and they can't hit it. They've been trying to get the goal and they can't get it. The only hope for them is if Cody Gakpo has a very good game. That's the only hope for them in the attack. If Cody Gakpo has a good game, then they'll go through. But
But
I
then they
just
also
think
have Xavi Simmons. They have Depay, who scored an amazing goal against Austria. I know they
Xavi
lost the game anyways,
Simmons,
but
bro, Xavi Simmons, I don't know about this
bro, he
Xavi
scored a good
Simmons,
goal
man.
against France. I know it was
No, no, but
disallowed, obviously.
I don't know about him this tournament, bro. I know he's been very good at carrying the ball and getting past players, but the final finish in that, man, it's just,
Hmm.
for me, it's just a bit
I don't know.
underwhelming. From what I saw against him in the Europa League against us, bro, to what I'm
Yeah, that
seeing
was
now,
again it's
like,
club level.
you know
It's
what I
different.
mean? So yeah, it's different. But I'm gonna go to Romania
Okay,
on
I'll
this
go with
on this
Netherlands
regard.
here. I think they'll go through.
This is the one which is interesting for me, and I so badly want Turkey to go through, bro.
Same. But I'm sorry,
I
T. As much as
so
I want them
badly.
to go through,
I'm so sorry,
I
T.
think
Like,
Austria is just too good.
yeah, I think Austria is way too good. I so badly wanted Turkey to go through because I think they're a very good team, but it's just I can't get past them coming up against a team that's organized like Austria, bro. Like
Hmm.
Austria is too organized, bro, for the team that they are, bro. Do you know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
too organized, bro. I think Ralph Ragnick is doing a madness with that team at the moment.
Imagine he wins the whole tournament. United will feel like absolute schmucks, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, they'll feel like they're gonna be angry. um,
Bro, don't
England,
say Slovakia here. Come on. Like, let's not be
England,
ridiculous.
Slovakia.
Don't be ridiculous, bro. Come on. I
Who do you?
understand that I understand you're angry at your country and all that stuff, but bro, they're not that bad. They'll get knocked
Okay,
out.
khalas. We'll back up in the next round. Yeah, so we'll pick England for that one. Yeah, we'll pick
Okay.
England. Don't worry, I'm on to you. Man said,
Okay.
don't pick Slovakia. Okay, fine. We'll
Bro,
meet
by
up
the
in the
way,
next round. Yeah,
if Slovakia knock England out, I owe you an apology. I will come
100% you will.
on. I'll come live on your channel on that game after the game, and I'll apologize. 100%.
Thanks.
Okay.
That's gonna be
Switzerland,
on a
Italy.
Sunday, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine.
Switzerland, Italy.
You tell
I
me.
I pick Switzerland, mate.
Same, 100% same. I think they're
I
more
think
organized. I think they have better fluidity. They attack better, in my opinion, than Italy. Um, yeah, I think Switzerland.
yeah.
I
I
agree.
mean I could hear what obviously I'm pretty sure you watched the football terrace as well when Giuseppe and Mo were speaking and they had that they said Forza Italy and this Italians always get it done. They get better when as the tournament goes on and that
Nah,
this year,
bro, they
bro,
qualified by luck, honestly.
it's bro, they qualified by a toenail, bro.
Yeah,
A cat's hair, bro. That's how close it was.
and they weren't good in any game against even against Albania. Like when they won 2-1, they weren't that great. Against Croatia, they were. I think they were second best in
Against
most games.
Spain,
And against
they
Spain,
w-
they got
against Spain,
dominated.
they were lucky it was 1-0, bro. That should have been 5, 6, 7. Bro, it should have been something embarrassing. But
Yeah.
they're lucky that they got through that game. Only 1-0. Um, right, let's go back up to the top. Spain, Germany.
Oh, bro. And now every game is too good, man. Every
Yeah,
game is too good.
every game is mad now. Every game is mad.
We,
So
I think you and I are gonna disagree here. I'm pretty sure.
100% we are. 100%.
Yeah, because you guys, you and T, I remember last time said Germany, and I said before the tournament itself I had Spain, and I'm gonna stick with them.
I'm gonna go with Germany. I just
Fair
feel
enough.
like I know they had that wobble in the last game. But listen, it is what it is, man. Every team hasn't looked completely convincing. Even Spain at times haven't looked convincing. Do you know what I
Mm.
mean? Portugal, France.
Ah, yeah. Bro, honestly, before the tournament started, I would have said definitely France. I think the Portugal team is quite overrated. I think people are overhyping them like mad because they're looking at some crazy squad depth. They're not taking into account that they have Roberto Martinez as their coach. I don't know. I just don't think it's gonna be like I didn't think it was gonna be close. But now, because I've seen France not
Close.
performing that well, I feel it's closer than what I initially would have thought. But I'm still gonna edge it to France. I still feel they have more game winners in my opinion with Mbappe and Griezmann and Tchouameni and hell even Giroud. Giroud coming off the bench could actually be that dangerous and Dembele as well.
So
So
you're
I'm
going
gonna
with France, yeah?
yeah.
You're going with France. Okay.
I'll say.
I like Portugal, man. I
Hmm.
like Portugal. But I agree with you, man. I think France, when you have Mbappe on your team, there's always a chance.
Yeah.
There's always a chance. And I think in that game where he came back against Poland,
He
you
actually
could
played well.
see, but you could see he was irritated because
Mm.
wearing a mask, bro, it takes some getting used to, especially when you're
And
used to
someone slapped
running.
him in the nose as well.
Yeah, exactly. So
He started yelling and he started cursing at him and stuff. It's so mad. Took off
Allah,
his mask and he was
Mbappe,
like touching his nose and making sure it's okay.
Mbappe
Yeah,
is the
bro.
funniest guy alive, bro. Like it's so like he doesn't even mean to be funny, but he's funny, bro. Like Mbappe's too funny, man. So we're both gonna go with France, and then Romania, Austria. Romania, I backed you against the Netherlands. Sorry, not sorry. It's Austria here, man.
Yeah, I'm going with Austria as well. I think
It's
this is where it
Austria
ends
here.
for Netherlands. Yeah. I
Yeah.
wouldn't honestly though, I wouldn't be surprised if Netherlands knock them out because after losing the first game 3-2, I feel they might have learned. But um if this was Netherlands with Frankie de Jong and Coop Miners, by the way, I would have 100% said Netherlands. No question. But because they don't have either one, yeah,
Mm.
I think Austria will do it again.
And then the last game, you go ahead and pick who you think is gonna go through.
I think you and I will agree here.
So are you picking this? Picking the
Yeah.
the white cross in the red circle, or
Oh, yeah,
or the
true.
red, or are you picking the red cross in the white circle?
I'm picking the country of Roger Federer. No, I think Switzerland will upset England.
We got
Look,
Roger Federer.
if England dominate against Slovakia and actually play brilliant football, I think maybe that'll give them
That can
confidence.
change. Yeah.
Yeah, that could change and give them confidence. And now they play the same way against Switzerland. But I just feel Switzerland, with the players they have, Chaka's in the form of his life.
Their manager is dangerous, bro. Their
Yeah,
manager is dangerous, bro. Did you see
but they
how?
were looking. I think they were
Did
looking
you
to
see
sack
how
him
when?
before. So it's
Did you
mad.
see? Did you see in the game in the game that they played against Germany, bro?
Mm,
When the players came off and the players came on as substitutes, doing the exact same thing, covering all the same space, making all the same runs. This is something that's been drilled into the Swiss team, bro. So
yeah.
that's why I think they're so well organized and just look so good at the moment. So,
Yep.
and you know what? Since we're here, we might as well start with this because it's the two organized teams. Do you know what I mean? So, who you think is gonna win out of Austria and Switzerland? Because one of them's getting to the final.
Bro, I think the experience, the quality in some of the last few tournaments, except the last World Cup though, that was horrendous. But
Yeah.
the last few tournaments in the Euros when they knocked out France and all, I think that will eventually pay off for Switzerland. I think their experience will finally get them through to a final.
So you're going Switzerland.
Yeah, I think Australia. I don't think Austria have that kind of quality to beat a well organized team that will not necessarily like um,
Give up
because I think
chances.
if Austria, yeah, I think if Austria played a team like England and all, I think they would have had slightly better chances because the game style might have suited them. Where England,
Yeah.
let's say, dominate possession, or I don't know, Netherlands or whichever country dominates possession against them, and they counter. I don't think
Yeah,
they'll have the same kind of
Austria love to pick their space and just counter into it, bro.
yeah, yeah.
They counter in a way I've never seen before, man. It's so quick and the passes are so accurate. The players that they have that counter as well, very good with the ball at their feet. Do you know what I mean? So it all works for them. But I agree with you on this occasion. I think that Switzerland just have way too much. Like you said, Granit Xhaka is in the form of his life at the moment off of the
Yeah.
back of an invincible season, doing an invincible double
Mm.
as well. So I think he's just in the form of his life at the moment. He's captaining the side. He looks composed. He looks mature. And listen, I think for me, Switzerland are favourites to win this, man. Honestly,
Yeah.
honestly. They could become favorites to win this, man. Because even in the final, bro, I wouldn't put it past them, man. But
Bro, and
anyway,
look
big
at
up
how
to
many dangerous
Switzerland.
players they have. Like when Ndoye, like and Breel and Bolo, he still scores
In
goals for them.
Ndoye's runs
So good,
are
bro.
nuts, bro.
Yeah.
Are nuts, and he's young as well. I don't know how old this Ndoye guy is, but
Bologna, no? Sure. Let me check. 23. He's 23. So yeah, he's a decent age.
how do you
Um,
spell his name?
Ndoye. Ndoye.
Oh, Ndoye. There we go. Ndoye. He's 23 years old. 23 years old, and he's making those runs already. Man has like plays like an experienced striker for me. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm going with Switzerland as well. I'm gonna put Switzerland in. Um,
This is interesting. So
yeah,
you have Germany, France. I have Spain, France.
yeah.
So
You
you
go
give me yours
first.
first. Oh, okay, fine.
Okay.
I'll go first. No,
Yeah.
I'll go first. I don't mind. Before the tournament, I had Spain and France in the final because I had France topping their group, obviously, and coming in the other half. And I had France winning against Spain. Now, after I saw how Spain have been playing, because I had Spain reach the finals, I thought Spain are that good and they'll get there. But honestly, bro, they've impressed me even more. They haven't conceded a single goal. Attacking wise, they've been amazing. Yeah, they've missed some chances here and there, but they've been creating chances like crazy as well. And I guess English fans will be happy about this. They will love this. They have a left winger playing left wing and a right winger playing right wing, which obviously allows them to open up the pitch. Um, De La Fuente is clearly doing a very, very good job with them in making sure that they are brave, they are attacking, they are creating chances, but they're also defending well. It's very difficult for like a lot of coaches in these international tournaments to find that balance, and he's done that really well so far. Um, damn. But with that being said, I still feel that they lack a bit of experience. Pedri, Yamal, Nico Williams. Um, I don't know, man. I just feel France overall might have better quality.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna say France with Mbappe to go through.
Okay. Um, as you well know, I went with Germany to beat
So I'll
Spain.
switch it for you here. Yeah, there you go. I'll switch it for
Yeah,
you.
yeah. So as you can see, I went with Germany to beat Spain. So at the moment it's Germany and France for me. For me, the way Germany look at the moment and how they can play against different ways that they can play against different teams. I think the experience that they have in their squad, from the likes of Kimmich, the likes of Neuer, do you know what I mean? These are
Cruz.
Cruz, these are experienced players that have a lot of mileage in the game. So I think they can go toe to toe with France. Now, with France, they have the Mbappe effect. They have Kante, who's also an experienced player who's played in World Cups, Euros, won both the
Griezmann.
competitions, I believe. He won both the competitions. Uh,
He's not won the Euros. He's won the World Cup.
Oh yes. Sorry, I'm thinking of something else. He's won the World Cup before, so the experienced player. They have Griezmann, like you said, who Griezmann, if he plays on the pitch, man, you see him doing madness. The only thing he has not got is finishing. Unfortunately, that's unfortunate for him. He can't finish the ball. But leading up to it, in the build-up, Griezmann is amazing. Do you know what I mean? Now, where I would go with this is I think Germany just have a bit more up top. And I think the way I'm thinking now, if they drop Havertz, which I've had a clanger anyway, because I thought he'd be the top scorer in the competition. So I've had a clanger
Bro,
anyway.
that's sad.
I can hold, yeah, give it a rest. Okay. Let me live, man. Let me breathe, bro, please. So what I think is going to happen now is I think they're going to bench Havertz and they're going to start to play full Krug. If they play full Krug and they start with full Krug, I think it's going to be a completely different game with Germany. I think the crosses that they put in, the balls that they put into the middle, I think full Krug will get to a lot of them. He's a very good striker, experienced striker. He's 29, so he knows his way in the game. I think Germany could get the one up on France. I think France might just not have enough. I think this is going to be a very close game, people. I think it's going to be a 1-0. It's got a 1-0 written all over it, by the way, this game. And I think Germany just beat them 1-0. I think it's a very close game. And
Damn.
Let's go out. Is what I think.
Okay.
So I'm going to
So
go.
you have
go
Germany, Switzerland in the final.
Yes. So now you got to change it back to your one. You got to change it back to your one.
So
there you are.
Yeah, I gotta put it. I gotta put the correct one in. Let me put the correct one in.
Shut up.
Okay. Yeah. So I've got the correct one.
Okay. So it's not the correct one. It's not the correct one. Well, bro, listen. When I get it all right, and then you're sitting here and having a clanger, you have to apologize to me. Yeah. Make sure.
Okay. I'll apologize, but you got to do the same thing then.
What if you get it right? The two finalists.
Yeah. 100%.
What happens if none of us get it right? And it's not even France or Switzerland, or not
then
even
I guess
Germany or Switzerland.
We just move on with our lives then.
Then we just you know what? We both had claggers.
Yeah, move on. Yeah.
Right. Germany, Switzerland. As I said, Germany, a lot of experience in the game. I know Switzerland have experience as well. I feel like Germany, this tournament, they still have levels to go up. They honestly do. Although they've already showed high levels, they still have even more to go up. And I feel like they could unleash it. We know Germany in finals. Switzerland as well is no joke. Switzerland at this point, to get to this point, would have had an amazing tournament, by the way. And their whole country would have been gassed for them even getting to the final, let alone winning it. Get into the final. Switzerland are very organized. Switzerland are great. We already spoke about the likes of Xhaka in the form of his life at the moment, and Doi, like we said, a very young striker but very experienced. He plays like an experienced striker. And obviously all the other talents that they have. Jan Sommer in goal. They have a Kanji there who is a Premier League winner. So he's obviously a very good centre back. He's actually, in my personal opinion, Akanji was the best centre back at Man City last season, the season that just passed. He was their number one defender, number one centre back, in my personal opinion. Don't know if you agree, Ash, but that's my opinion. Akanji was their best centre back.
It's funny to say that about City when I think they had like the second best defense, if I'm not wrong, but or maybe third best. But I think he was the best defender for them.
For me, anyway.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you, but I think that's mostly because the others have been crap. Like Walker has been shit all season. Actually, Gvardiol. No, Gvardiol has been really good. Guardiola's been really good, and even as a left back,
To
he's
the reason why I'll say Akanji over Gvardiol is because Akanji was more consistent for me.
probably. But I think I just look at the others and I feel like they were like Diaz had very shaky moments. Stones was in and out with injury. Walker was horrendous. I think he had his worst season that I've seen for the last like 7-8 years.
Yeah,
So yeah, I don't think the others were that great to be honest. Aki also I think had injury problems, but yeah.
yeah. But anyway, getting to the point, I think that although Switzerland are very, very good and listen, they're very well organized, I think this could be another 1-0 win, and I think it's gonna go the way.
Mannschaft.
Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy one, bro. In Germany, in their own backyard. Um, uh, sorry, in Germany, in their own backyard. Listen, I think Germany have got this, man. I don't think it's gonna be an upset. You know what I mean? I think they're gonna win this game. I think they've got
Mm.
um a lot to go. And listen, I think they're gonna be the winners of the Euros this summer, man.
Yeah,
My
it's possible.
personal.
I mean, they have the home advantage, so it's definitely possible. They have the home advantage, and while that hasn't paid off for any of the last few teams, but uh, they do look really good. I think the quality of the fact they have a good blend of experience and youngsters definitely helps. I think the fact that they have certain players that can do magic out of nothing, like Musiala and Verds, obviously should help. And then the experience of Kroos and Gundogan. And I also like the fact that they commit players forward. Like the first game against Scotland, I know it's only Scotland, but that first game, the number of times they had the ball on the, let's say, on the right flank or in the middle, and they had 4 players making runs behind the defense was just incredible. And that's something that you want to see with England, but obviously it's not happening.
Will never
Um,
happen.
yeah, never. For me, I mean, I'll go back to mine. I said France would reach the finals. Look, I like the Swiss team. I like the way they play football. And as I said, they have a lot of good players. Obviously, like the defense is, as you've mentioned, quite good with Akanji and even Fabian Schär. Obviously, I love their goalkeeper. I'm a huge fan of Jan Sommer. Ever since he was at Mönchengladbach, I've been watching and following him since then.
He's got nothing
Um,
on Ter Stegen, by the way, innit? But
Sorry, no, nothing on Ter Stegen. I think Ter
nothing on
Stegen is
Ter
better.
Stegen. Ter
Funny thing is,
Stegen is
both of
the
them.
best in the.
So Sommer was brought in to replace Ter Stegen when Ter Stegen left to Barcelona in
Yeah,
2014, and then unfortunately Sommer left and went to join Bayern Munich, which was so sad. But yeah, look, despite that, I just think finals, France with Mbappe and all these guys, there's no way they're losing. And the fact that Switzerland is the team that knocked them out last time, I think that's probably sitting still with some players in their heads like Conte and Mbappe and Griezmann and all these other guys. Like I don't know. I just feel it'll be like a burning desire there to try and get revenge for last time. And honestly, just the quality they have on and off the pitch, like even on the bench. Like they have options that can come off the bench and actually change the game for them. So if they're like they have the Colomwanis and Giroud, as I mentioned, because I think they're starting Marcus Thuram every single game, the Chouamenis and Camavingas, like they have a lot of options they can bring off the bench. They can make a massive, massive impact. I don't know why he's starting with Rabiot. I understood Conte because like okay, this
I
could
think
still be the same
Rabiot's not had
Conte.
he's had a good tournament though.
No. But he's not better than Camavinga or Chouameni. So
Yeah,
why
I
are you starting
understand.
him
I
over?
understand. I understand the case for what you're making. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, exactly.
In my opinion,
Especially with the
Camavinga
season
and
they just had. Especially with the season
yeah,
they just had with
Chouameni,
Madrid.
Chouameni and Camavinga are as close to world class as it gets, if not
Yeah,
maybe already
100%.
world class. You know, what I mean, might need a few more years just to get to that world class bracket, but
Yeah,
um, they're literally on the cusp of it, man. So I don't know why you wouldn't play them as a pairing, especially when they play at the club, like Real Madrid.
exactly. Exactly. By the way, one thing before I give the prediction here, I mean, it's pretty obvious
It's
it's France. So I'll
obvious.
just
It's
put France.
obvious.
Yeah, because I literally just said, but this game between Spain and France is like a Clasico almost. It's like a Madrid
Mhm.
versus Barcelona because you've got like your Pedri and Yamin Lamal over here, right? Versus your Mbappe and
Yeah.
Chouameni and Camavinga. So yeah, it should be pretty exciting. But yeah, in the end, I have France winning it all. I think Mbappe will have a masterclass against Spain. I think he'll have a masterclass against Portugal, and I think he'll do really well against. I don't know. I don't think he'll score against Switzerland in the finals, but I think he will do quite well.
You never know with him. Even late on into the game, bro, he can score a hat trick out of nowhere. So you never know with Mbappe, bro. He's shown us already. We don't know nothing.
Do you know what I mean? In the world right now, yeah.
Yeah, he is. And that is it for today. Saad, what does Kora mean? Kora means football. Kora. Anyway, now that we're done speaking about Kora, yeah, and we're done speaking about the football, and we're done speaking about our predictions, let us know in the chat right now, and let us know in the comments, who do you think is going to win the Euros? Who do you think is going to win the Euros? Is anybody siding with me, with Germany? Is anybody siding with Ash on France to win the Euros? Let us know down below in the comments. Listen, thank you very much for everybody who has stayed in with 2 hours where we've stayed here, man, for 2 hours, me and Ash. But listen, big up to everybody that has tuned in. Big up to the super chatters. Big up to Ashraf as well for the massive super chat. Really do appreciate my brother. Zayn still
You're
believing. Shut up, you bum.
Nah. Big up to us. Big up to Ashraf.
I don't know if Zayn's been smoking. He's Muslim, so he's definitely not been drinking, but he might have been smoking something. So Zayn, yeah, please, man, lay off of it, man. Say no to drugs, bro. When it comes to drugs, just say no. And listen, it's not coming home. It was never gonna come home, bro. Since we saw that second game, bro. Since we saw the first game, bro, it wasn't coming home. Anyway, people, we are out of here. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I will see you on the next one. Peace out, people. Love. Oh yeah, Ash's link is in the chat. It is in the description. So go to the description, click on Ash's link, subscribe to his channel, shoot the ball. Make sure to get that done, people, right now. Latest. Peace.